me and you are the like main social rejects of the. You ain't go nowhere on Saturdays. You a social reject.
It's beautiful spring weather outside, and you're a faggot.
And you want to stay inside and play all these indie games. You a social reject. All this beautiful grass, and you want to stay inside.
The pollen is lovely this time of year, and you want to play it. You don't want to play a AAA game.
You got the sun shining, beautiful women everywhere, and you stay inside. Yo, it killed me with that. Always try to be cool. Why don't you go outside for once?
Oh my god. Yeah, you do stay cranking that though. Really.
Oh man. Yeah, man.
What?
Where you going tomorrow, Jack? That you busy?
Where I'm going tomorrow? I'm going to the movie, sir.
Oh, what you seeing?
I might be seeing The Jungle Book and Barbershop.
I actually want to see both of those. There was the third movie I wanted to see. So.
I really don't want to see Jungle Book. There's somebody else going to want to see that shit.
I heard Jungle Book is real good though.
Oh man.
Yeah, I want to see it. Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know. We gonna see.
And right now, no movie exists until Civil War. I'm just so pumped.
Yeah. I'm gonna be repping my set on that day.
No movie exists until Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Be repping my red, white, and blue on that day.
I even got a Civil War T-shirt for this.
I ordered a Captain America shirt.
Oh wow.
You already know, man.
I will say that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles looks really good. Way better than the first one.
Yeah.
We gonna see.
They got Bebop and Rocksteady. I mean, damn. And they didn't even change the design that much.
Yeah, Bebop and Rocksteady actually look good.
I just hope they don't fuck this story up. That's gonna be easy to do.
Oh boy. Here come all the one man cocksuckers. Oh, he's not here. Oh, I can't watch this. Okay. Glad to know you came to suck off one man.
Jesus. What do you want them to suck us all off, people?
I mean, if you gonna suck somebody off, you might as well suck everybody off. Like when you suck one person off, that's just looks sad.
I feel that.
You know, like it just looks.
You might as well make a day out of it, is what you say.
Yeah, like you really thirsting over one dude if you really come to suck one person off. If you just suck everybody off, we can understand.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's less sus that way. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah. So this nigga, man, Tech not in there. Hold on, let me message him one more
He's
time.
not responding. I think he's busy right now. He'll probably jump in later.
Probably wife and son thing. He'll be in here in a minute. And Kids Move will probably be joining later. Alright, so Weapon Wheel Podcast, episode 36. It's us social rejects in here on this beautiful sunny day. Beautiful. So yeah, make sure you like the video. Appreciate that. All you dirtbags, make sure you like. Podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes is an RSS feed in the description. All the members' links are in the description. YouTube started doing this thing where when you put links in the description, I don't know if anybody else experienced this, they get cut off and you can't click on them. Anybody else experience this?
Nah, I never saw that before.
I can't put
on nowhere but YouTube.
Like I can't put channel links in the description because then it like ends it with ... and it doesn't actually link to the person's channel. So that's why I've been putting like people's, just name in the description so y'all can like search their name on YouTube. I don't know. YouTube makes dumb changes. Timestamp guy, I appreciate you. So make sure you do that again. Please and thank you in advance.
It's more than one.
There's 3 timestamp guys apparently now.
Thank all 3 of you. There you go.
I appreciate all of your work. Leave a review on iTunes if you watch it on iTunes. And Oh yeah, check out last week's episode if you missed it. Definitely check that out. Good episode. So yeah, we can get right into these topics, man. So Ratchet and Clank. Let's talk about Ratchet and Clank first. It was a surprise to me. I didn't expect this game to actually be. I thought it would be decent. I thought I would expect it to be average, but I didn't expect it to be as good as I thought it would be. Had some good reviews. A lot of people, it's all positivity around it, and it's a good solid release. Anybody else played it?
I just beat it earlier today, and I agree 100% with what you said. I'm trying to think what other games I played this year. I think that is the best game I've played this year. Like, this is just a dope game, bro. Like, all around, the visuals, the gameplay, you can upgrade your weapons 2-3 different type of ways. You get the fucking hollow cards. I just like all the aspects they added to the game. Some of them was already in the game, but this is my first Ratchet and Clank, so I never really played them. So it's a very dope game. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I was surprised by the level design. Some of the dialogue is really good. It's actually a little bit funny. Insomniac Games always had that like satire and real smart dialogue in the game, kind of stupid. They put that in kind of all their games in like Sunset Overdrive, Fuse, even though Fuse was garbage. So you always see their like personality in those type of games. Good level design, really good visuals. Yeah, it's like a really good all around game. I was
got a nice lamp too.
And $40, I think they made it $40 because it's I guess a waning genre, or maybe not genre and franchise. So there's like, oh, let's put this for $40 so people will actually be more inclined to buy it. I think they could have got away with 60, honestly. I'm glad they did 40.
They definitely could have. Only thing I don't like about Ratchet and Clank, and the other ones might have been like this too, y'all have to tell me, I don't like the double jump. The double jump is fucking trash to me, but other than that, that's a minor nitpick. I ain't have a problem with nothing else, though.
Is there like a new game plus or something?
Yeah. It's called a challenge mode. I'm playing through that right now. I just started.
Was it just like way harder?
Well, you can play challenge mode on any difficulty you want, but on challenge mode, the main game, you can only upgrade your weapons to rank 5, and then in challenge mode, you can get like a super variant of the weapon. You can upgrade that to like 10, and then it's just like different. They added some shit, but you keep everything that you had, like new game plus. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, it's a way.
I was never really into Ratchet and Clank, but I might pick this up after I beat Dark Souls 3, which will be in a while.
Yeah, it's a good solid pickup. And challenge mode is a way also for people to get them trophies. It's really
my god! Yeah, you can't max out anything completely until you got to play like new game plus.
Yeah, and some of them puzzles, oh my god,
bro.
Oh my god, bro.
I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. I got stuck on 2 puzzles towards the end. I went to BG Plays. I'm not gonna even lie, bro. I was like, the joint where you got to get like all the robots on one side when you playing this Clank, man, bro. I was stuck on this shit for like 40 minutes, bro. I'm like, what am I doing right now? And then the solution was so easy. I'm like, oh my. Bro.
You know what's funny? You know who I saw in when I went to look up one of the solutions for the puzzles, and I couldn't find it still. I saw Blandrew in the comment section doing the same thing, trying to find what the fuck is the solution to this puzzle? That's why man Blandrew in there. It was funny as shit. I'm like, even he looking. But yeah, the second to last puzzle, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was on that shit for half a fucking hour. It was so long. I had to edit it out the playthrough.
Wow.
It literally took up the whole fucking episode. That's how hard that shit was. And eventually, I don't know how I figured it out because I couldn't find it online. So I don't know how I figured it out. I think I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna do random shit. And when I said I'm just gonna do random shit, I solved the puzzle in a minute. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit.
You talking about the trespasser?
Yeah, the trespasser one.
Oh my god, yeah.
The second to last one. I just said, I'm just gonna start doing random shit, and the random shit worked.
I was stuck on that joint a minute too. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing, bro? Like, that game it's meant for like families, I guess kids, but I don't think any random kid will be able to beat this shit. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Unless I'm playing on hard mode. I don't know if the trespasser puzzles are different
I heard
on
they
easy.
are.
Oh
I
well,
heard the
yeah, okay,
trespasser puzzles
okay.
are different based on what difficulty you play it
Oh,
on,
okay.
or they might be randomized. I'm not sure.
And that first set of races, like, bruh, shit's crazy.
Oh yeah, those races past bronze. What is it? Silver, bronze, and gold.
Yeah,
When you get to silver and gold, them shits is super cheap.
bruh. That first set of races, like, I cannot beat. Like, it's a trophy for beating in like under a minute 35. I can't do it, bruh. Like, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna beat that.
I'm sure there's a way. There's gotta be a way.
It's some cheap shit on that game.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be beat by a Ratchet and Clank game. That's one thing I won't fucking do is, let a Ratchet and Clank game
I'm gonna have to
beat
get
me
that platinum, dog.
when I played way harder games. So that ain't gonna fly.
Man.
Can beat Bloodborne, but can't beat Ratchet and Clank.
That's what I'm saying. You
I swear
can't
some
do
of these
that.
games be harder than like I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't get a platinum in Bloodborne and be like, oh, I give up on Ratchet and Clank. How the fuck that sound?
I might have to do it, man.
That shit definitely don't sound right.
Well, I picked the game up. I haven't started playing it yet, so I know I'm gonna have some fun with it.
Yeah, and it's like a solid like 13 hours. For me, it was like 13 hours, playing on hard. So I was like, oh, it's $40, 13 hours for a platformer.
You
That
got a nice one,
definitely ain't
man.
bad.
And they got cutscenes from the movie, so if you don't want to go see the movie, shit, just play the game. If you want to go see the movie, shit, buy the game. And compare and contrast.
So yeah, it was cool. So yeah, if you're interested in Ratchet and Clank, I think everybody's recommended and everybody that's played it said it was really good. And it wasn't a game I had planned to pick up. I was like, I'm definitely skipping right over that shit, but I was able to get it early, beat it before Dark Souls 3 came out. So yeah. Now Dark Souls 3. I'm not that far in it only because like when I was still like I finished Ratchet and Clank on like Tuesday and I was about to jump to Dark Souls 3, but I got busy around that time, so I'm still like on the second boss. So far the game isn't, it's what you expect. A lot of people are saying it's a little bit easier. I don't know. The first boss seemed to be like a little tutorial type warm-up
It was
boss.
way too easy.
It was a throwaway.
Yeah.
Right? But it was like, why are they doing that? They never put no throwaway bosses in Dark Souls. In Dark Souls, so
That was one of the complaints on a review I seen. Though they was like, it's like grandiose bosses. They look all cool and shit, but you can kill them pretty much, 6-7 hits. Like I don't know why they did that. I did hear that in one of the reviews though. Now, is this game to y'all? Is this game better than Bloodborne? Or y'all too early in it to even say that?
Say that.
I only just beat the second boss. I feel like I'm getting close to third boss, but I like it better than Bloodborne just because I can use a shield. That's just the way I play games like this. Like I just throw up the shield and I play as a tank. I just take hits.
Okay.
Yeah, so it looks.
I like the sword mechanics way better than Bloodborne.
Damn, way better. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great on PC. The frame rates on consoles, could be a little up and down in the 20s depending on where you're at. It's funny, like this Rev got it. I don't know if he bought it or rented it, but you know how a Rev is like mad particular when it comes to shit. And this man deadass said he doesn't like rolling. Like he just started playing a little bit of Bloodborne. And he's saying what he doesn't like about Dark Souls 3 is the rolling. He says the rolling looks gay.
What? It looks.
That's what that man said.
Like
I'm not lying.
dodge mechanic, like.
Wait,
Yo.
not that it's not effective, not that it takes too much stamina, but it looks gay.
Most people complain that it's not effective as the dodge in Bloodborne because the dodge in Bloodborne has what you call like more invincibility frames where you can while you're in the dodge you can't be hit.
No, that's your only option.
Yeah, Rev is a totally different kind of beast. This man complains that the roll looks gay. I swear to God, that's what this man said.
Hey. Well, you know what Rev said? He said presentation is everything. So if it's presented to him wrong, then he ain't gonna fuck with it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Rev is a funny dude. Like he's like that uncle or that grandpa that just complains about shit that nobody else complains about.
But what looks gay about it? Like it's just a roll.
I don't know.
Rev is the white heartache.
Wait, you see too much of your character's ass when you roll or something like that?
No, I don't know. You would have to ask Rev. That man.
Stand there and fucking take it.
Rev is a different type of character, man. I don't know. So yeah, visuals look good. The gameplay, the Souls gameplay is a little bit more nuanced and intricate than Bloodborne. Bloodborne was like dumbed down. Like they took some elements out that you won't have to worry about. Like there was never the weight factor.
See, I don't like that. See, I think that's why I just like Bloodborne. I don't need all this extra goddamn. You
It's
weigh
being
too much.
real, man.
Like, I can't do it, bro.
Yeah, there wasn't weight. There wasn't a few things. Like they got rid of a few, statistics and attributes, a few of them, and they just made it like gave you less to worry about.
See, I like that. I like that.
So people who played Bloodborne first, like played Bloodborne early and like went to a Dark Souls game, might have been a little bit jarring for them because they're like, wait, this is different. There's more for me to worry about now. But if you played Dark Souls 1 and 2 or Demon Souls and then went to Bloodborne, you're like, okay, this is easier. This is so it was easier for them with the transition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I plan to pick up the game sometime over the summer. I just got to get rid of this backlog first.
Yeah, a good old backlog.
Yeah,
like
there's Syndicate.
For the record, I just want to say Hard 8 is like out here frauding with like a 2010 backlog. Like this man, let me tell you what this man is doing. This man is fluffing his games completed in 2016 list with a whole bunch of fucking games from years before.
He low key is, bro. Cause he'll be like, oh, I beat fucking GTA on the 360, then I beat it on Xbox One 2 games down. Like, no, bro, what you doing? Like, he is doing it, bro.
Yo, that man is fluffing his resume so hard. Like it's 2016, right? And like 12 of the 16 games he beat were from like last fucking year, and he's like making it seem like, oh, I beat all these fucking games, bruh. I beat all those games you beaten now last year. Like, you late. That's why your list's so popping.
I mean, at this rate, he definitely gonna win the most games.
Yeah, like dude is up to 16 games. I'm up to 6 games.
I think I got like 6 or 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up to 6 games because all the games I'm playing are games that came out in 2016. You late to the party. You want to play all these old games, from like Y2K and shit.
Then I think I'm disqualified anyway, because all my games was made in the back of a lady Foot Locker, so I don't even think I think I got disqualified off the rip, so. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, Dark Souls 3 that's gonna take some time out, man. It made more than 500,000 in sales. No, 500. Was it sales?
Only 500,000 sales. Damn.
What the hell are you talking about?
Was that copies? I think it was copies. It's sold.
They may be copies.
Yeah, it was 500,000 copies in 3 days, specifically on PC, I believe. On PC.
Dark Souls?
Yeah, Dark Souls 3.
You know what's crazy? But I heard, well, it wasn't a rumor. Somebody said that they had the Dark Souls 3 limited edition or special edition on fucking Steam for like, it was like 14 pesos or some dumb shit. It was basically like it cost $1 US dollars. I heard somebody say they bought it for that much, which is crazy, but.
I'm trying to tell people though that this Souls series and these Souls influenced games are no longer niche, man.
No.
Even the trailers are even more like catchy now. Like every time I start up Dark Souls, I don't start it. I have to wait till like 40 seconds in to like look at like that startup trailer. I'm like, yeah, this shit is fucking dope. When I look back at like Dark Souls 1 and 2, I was like, I didn't get that. It was like, yeah, it's another grind game. Let's get into it. This shit pulls me more now. It's like it's not a niche game anymore.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell people that. People are like, no, it's still niche. I'm like, listen, Bloodborne sold like over 2 million. It's not niche no more. Like it might have been with Demon Souls and Dark Souls, but the transition started to happen, when Dark Souls 2 came out and after. It's not niche no more.
Yeah.
This is a game because the fear is gone now, right? The fear that people had is gone. Now the people see the challenge and they're like, okay, we want the challenge. So this is a game they go after. Yeah.
Pretty much. And them games, it ain't like like a lot of people think, oh, that's too hard. It's not unbeatable. You just gotta actually put the time in to get good, bro. Like that's all it is.
Yeah, once you get rolling, it gets easy. Like once you get used to it.
One of the things that I was watching some trailers, and it's probably the best explanation. Dark Souls teaches you to not make the same mistake once. You learn from your mistakes. Most games don't do that.
Yeah.
You keep trying shit. But if you fight a dude and he keeps raping you with that left slice, you're gonna learn to keep rolling a different direction, and it's a learning game, you know.
Pretty
I
much.
think a lot of people don't really want that. They just want to go up in there, try the same shit, shoot the same dude in the head, left or right, like head exploded. They don't want a game
Well,
that you got to learn from your mistakes.
People don't like learning, bro. There's just like online games when you play people and they like suck, but no matter how many times you play them, they play the exact same way. It's like, are you ever gonna evolve and learn from the foolishness that you're doing right now, or you just gonna keep letting me like get at you like this? So people don't like.
Yeah. And I am a self-proclaimed farm animal in these soul games. I farm even when I don't need to.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that farm.
Oh yeah, I just be having my seeds out there and my poppy seeds and my animals, you know, just roaming around. Oh, I'm a farm animal, bro.
Yeah. So I haven't been really playing a lot of Dark Souls. I'm close to the second boss, but I went back because y'all all know I don't have the Platinum Bloodborne. I'm like, you know what? Before I jump on this, let me Platinum Bloodborne. I'm doing the Chalice Dungeon right now, and I ran into this room I could farm. I swear to God, every day when I come from work, I go no further in this dungeon. I'm in this one room for like 3 hours straight, just farming. And I've been doing that every day for like a week.
It's addictive sometimes.
Yeah.
You can get caught up in that shit.
Some people will not like Souls games because of that. Imagine you're farming and you get like, let's say 100,000 souls, and you die and you come back and that same dude kills you. You lose all that. You put the game down. You like, fuck this.
Yeah, I just lost 20,000 souls the other day in Dark Souls 3 like that.
Oh man, you know what's crazy? Like, I got OCD with farming so bad that let's say I get like 10,000 souls through farming, right? If I die with them 10,000 souls, now I feel like okay, now I gotta go farm 20,000 to make up for what I fucking lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
And then you just go down the fucking rabbit hole from there. It's a wrap for your life.
I'm trying to think the most blood echoes I lost at once. It had to have been like 800,000. I damn near wanted to put a loaded shotgun in my mouth behind this shit. This shit just took me, bro. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that joint could really fuck.
You get over it though after a while.
Yeah.
Man.
It could really fuck with you. Oh, did I say I got the? I told people I got the Platinum in Salt and Sanctuary, right? I think I did.
Well, you did a video on it, I mean.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Let me say.
What you bragging for, bro? Hold on.
I got the Platinum in Salt and Sanctuary.
Hey, man.
I'm still trying to beat what's that the first boss? That motherfucker is mad tricky, man.
In
the
Salt?
first dude, yeah, you got to keep rolling. Like, I don't know what it is, but I watch everybody. He rolls the same direct. He jumps at them the same way. But when I'm fighting him, I try to roll underneath him to go back behind and hit him. Whatever his move is, where it shoots both ways, it keeps hitting me. I'm like, it's bullshit. I watched your video. I watched two other people's videos. He fights the same way. For me, it's completely different.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
That game do seem cheap as fuck though. Like some of that shit is like, come on, dude.
The Platinum for that game is called Saltborn.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So I got that. What are Quantum Break, best-selling new Microsoft IP, and they finally sent out the Quantum Break.
Oh man, I got a question about this statement. Now I'm not saying that. Well, of course it's the fast seller. What my question is, what other games are they talking about when they say that though?
Sunset Overdrive,
That's only my
Rise Son of Rome.
So any game that's exclusive to Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what the parameter was. It was any. It was only going up against Xbox One new IPs, and
okay.
The only
I'm looking at it now.
Did Titanfall get tied into that?
I'm not sure because
Yeah,
I'm checking right now.
Titanfall sold like damn near 10 million.
So I'm
That's
not
what
sure.
I'm saying. Because that
There's
wouldn't
no way
make any
Quantum Break
sense.
sold 10 million.
No, they ain't counted against that. That'd just be crazy.
No, it's not a part of that.
So they must
the
have
games
meant.
that were a part of this as well. It's let's see, it would be Cobalt, Ori and the Blind Forest. Let's see, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at a Wikipedia page, just trying to see what else was done. Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Well, that wouldn't count because it's a new IP. Looking for new IPs. Stream Ride, Kalimba, for Time Force.
Nothing there sounds like well worthy for it.
So yeah, pretty much it was going up against Sunset Overdrive,
Sunset Overdrive,
and
Project
Rise,
Spark.
Son of Rome.
Pretty much.
That's
So-
not a bold statement to make though. Like, you know, like something to be happy about. Not saying to take anything away from Rise, Son of Rome, because those were launch exclusives. I mean, if you wanted to play some shit, you had to buy them. You know, so this is something way later that everybody should be jumping on. It's a brand new IP. It's got a TV series behind it. I mean, that's nothing to really say about like, oh, like that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and it didn't.
It's not, the statement itself is not something where it says, oh, it actually means you're doing really bad. I mean, it's not. All we know is that it's the top selling thing. We don't have any specific numbers to go off of, which is the one thing. I mean, until I see some solid numbers, this doesn't mean anything.
Oh, wait, man, I got another question. I just thought about something. Are they counting people that pre-ordered? Are they counting those as 2 sales, or are they counted as one?
One sale.
One. I seen a lot of people flipping them goddamn PC codes, man. Golly. Shit crazy.
I mean, yeah, we gotta wait for official numbers if we ever get them. We won't get them officially from Microsoft, so we gotta.
I mean, VG chart's gonna be all.
You know, yeah, we gotta depend on the old, unreliable, inaccurate VG charts, but that's the best we got.
Well, Remedy might come out and say how much they sold, maybe.
Oh yeah.
So if they hit a milestone, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
it's
guys
a good
play?
game. I mean, it's a good game, definitely. It's not my personal cup of tea, though. I don't know. I didn't like the TV show necessarily. Not that the TV show was bad. I just didn't like playing for an hour or two and then having to watch a TV show.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt.
Yeah. In my review, I said that's a problem to make the player put down the controller for like a half an hour. That's never good. That's that's a no-no.
The Jingle shit right there.
And Liam Burke, the character in the and that's mostly in the TV series, he was like more fascinating than the main character. It was like, hold up. Like I was like, I want to know what happened next with Liam. I don't give a fuck about this Joyce motherfucker. Like I really don't. Like I think they should like.
I was just indifferent to Jack. I was really kind of indifferent to it. Like, all right, he's not terrible. It's not like the best thing ever either. But I mean, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, they didn't give you no reason to really care about Joyce or his brother. Like they weren't important. It was like more the story of time travel that was important.
Yeah.
Would you call this like a overhyped review that gave it like super high? Because the negatives for me is if I have to put a controller down, I already took away like 5 points and wasted 2 minutes.
Yeah, review. I think the reviews that come out there like give it 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, or like way too high. I would give it like a 7.5 or 8 personally.
I mean, yeah, it's averaging like a 78 or something like that on Metacritic.
That's about right, but
it ranges. Like what everybody gave it ranges.
Yeah, it seems like everybody either loves it or hates it.
Oh my, bro! I was on Facebook the other day, right? Somebody said that Quantum Break has the best story of any game.
Oh my god!
I did, like, bro. I wanted to report that, dude. I was so like, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. It might be a good game.
All right, so I got a question to ask the people that's actually played it in the call. So, according to what JackMove said, that the actual like using the time shit became cheap. Did it ever feel cheap to y'all at one point that you got tired of doing it?
No.
No, I never got tired of using it. It was easy. I never got tired of using it though.
I kind of liked using it. Like I wanted to use it actually.
Yeah,
my friend had the same complaint where he felt like he was forced to use it.
All right, then. So Jack, you were wrong, man.
I mean, hey,
I mean, it's like saying that like using the powers in Infamous felt cheap. I mean, that's like the whole point of the game right there.
I
Well, Jack don't like Infamous either.
I fucking hate it.
Oh.
I really do. I just don't like games like that. I don't know what it is. I don't like them.
He wants 2D 4K games, bro.
That'd be nice. Shit, I'll rock with it.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed the powers aspect of it. I didn't think like the upgrade system. I felt that was kind of tacked on because like, I measured what I pretty much put all my points in the time dash, and like the time it gave you was just like marginal. Like here's an extra second of time dash, and it's like this isn't. You really don't need to upgrade anything to play.
I didn't upgrade it at all throughout the whole game.
Jesus.
Yeah. It wasn't like it was like just extensions of what your powers already did. They didn't like flesh out your powers like, okay, time dash. Like they could have been more creative with it. Like maybe you can time run through somebody or something like that, and
Yeah.
that does something to them, or like you can leave a trail of time behind you. I don't know, and that explodes behind you. Something creative. Then I don't know.
You already said it was too easy though. They don't want to give you like goddamn. Like at that point, would you even be playing? Like,
I mean, it was
Flash. Yeah, no, I'd play.
yeah, like
the thing. Sorry,
I
go ahead.
upgraded like 3 powers and 3 times, and that was it. And I beat the game on hard. And it was like, okay, that wasn't hard.
Nah, I think the hardest part of that game was maybe the last boss.
Yeah, last
like,
boss is.
Like, oh, okay. Now I figured it out. Now it's not too bad now.
Yeah.
I had to figure out where he was. So all I saw were the time grenades going down. I was like, what the fuck? Where's this
I didn't even
coming
realize
from?
what those were.
But,
Yeah, it was hard.
I will give props to the game for the story-wise because they pulled off a time story with multiple timelines and bringing shit together. They pulled that off fairly well, and that I didn't really see that many plot holes to it. Because anytime you start messing with time, it gets messy.
Definitely. Always does. Titanfall 2 trailer, teaser trailer announced this week. I'm excited. Let me just say this, public service announcement. All you frauds that were shitting on the original Titanfall because it wasn't on PlayStation, don't get hyped now because it's a multi-plat. That is all. Don't get hyped now.
now wait a minute, BJ. I got a question because you seem to be kind of hyped for the sequel. Am I correct?
Correct, sir.
But Black Bond is better than you in this game. What's going on?
That
man?
is actually
What is going
incorrect.
on, man? Really?
Okay. That is statistically incorrect. What you should gotta understand. See, what Black Bond does is he isolates certain games to make himself seem better than everybody else. You'll play 100 games, right? Because you probably can't find that many videos of Black Bond playing Titanfall in general. So what Black Bond will do will be like, oh, look at these 3 fucking games I played. I did better than you. Okay, out of 3 fucking games that you played, out of hundreds, I'm better than you. Okay, makes fucking sense. So he's a fraud, is the point.
Never thought you'd speak about Black Bond like that. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm excited for Titanfall because at least from that trailer it confirmed one thing, which means melee combat.
Yeah, the sword.
Yep. Oh my god. Like out of Titanfall, the only thing I really want is I want them to put more focus on Titans themselves. Like make them more customizable. Like mix up the chassis with the legs and do different, like have different weapons you could switch between, or just like, oh my god, if they did that, I'd be in heaven. I don't give a shit about the pilots. I could care less about the guns you got. I just want more Titans.
As long as they get rid of the damn smart pistol, which I don't know how people defended that shit. That shit was so cheap and broken. And yeah, they seem to be putting the melee swords in there. I'm like, okay, cool. I could be cool with that. It probably won't be any that much different than, I guess, regular melee, except you just have swords with it now. So it might just be an aesthetic thing, really. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to behave any different than just performing a regular melee.
Nah, if they put something like that, it's gotta have like some sort of an attack damage on it.
Yeah. I think that'll become like a primary weapon or something like that, or maybe a secondary. You just pull it out, and you start running it in there. Oh my god! Like that trailer made me so excited. I actually re-downloaded Titanfall. Jesus. I hadn't played in about a year.
People still on?
Oh yeah, people still playing. Yeah, at least on Xbox. I can't vouch for PC.
Yeah, I played that game till literally the well ran dry.
Oh man, I remember when I was playing that game so much, people were getting mad in the gameplay videos saying, "Why are you still playing Titanfall?"
Yeah. Like I would play it to the point where you couldn't find you couldn't find nobody in certain modes. Like you had to play like attrition or something because there was nobody else in any other mode. Yeah. So and then they're revealing that at E3. So
yep.
Yeah, at their press conference.
At EA's press conference. So
Oh, this one got a story mode or something. I was hearing.
supposedly, yeah. That's
I
I
gonna
wonder
happen
who. I
soon.
wonder who's gonna buy up the campaign for it.
Ain't nobody really gonna play that campaign. Let's be
No,
real.
no, no, no. I mean, like buy up, like basically, like hype it up. What system? Like Sony, Microsoft. Who's it gonna
Oh,
get
you
by?
mean marketing rights?
Yeah, the marketing rights.
Okay. I was like, what?
No idea. We'll see at E3 though.
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, they already have a good relationship with Microsoft, but who knows? I guess we're
Yeah,
gonna see.
there's more. There's more PlayStations out in the
Hey
wild.
man, it ain't no loyalty in this game and shit, bro. I wouldn't be surprised to see him on either one of them stages.
They're gonna be at Nintendo's press conference.
Might be next, man. It could be next.
Yeah, what if NX got it first for like the first month, bro?
Hey, y'all remember when they said that Battlefield 3 was gonna be on the Wii U?
They said that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They was hitting at that shit like, oh yeah, we can't wait to work with Nintendo.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
they ain't really got no fucking games. It's hilarious.
They got,
Yeah.
they tried to
Then
run
they
that
came
shit
out and said.
shut off.
Yeah. Then they came out and said the engine can't run on it.
yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
So crazy, man.
My thing though, wouldn't they have known that like way from the get go? Isn't that how developers get the kits to like try out their engines on it?
So
Yeah.
I don't think they ever intended to actually fucking do it. Like you said, they already had dev kits, bro. They know what was going on.
Wait, didn't the Wii U come out like what was it, 2 years after Battlefield 3, or was it 1 year after Battlefield 3?
No, they was talking about Battlefield 4 was gonna be on.
Oh, you said Battlefield 3 earlier.
Oh, did I say 3? I meant to say 4.
Oh, so I was like, wow, that was a while ago.
No, not Battlefield 4.
All right. The Battleborn betas. I think that beta is available on all platforms. So you could just download it.
Bruh.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Everybody that I've heard talk about, I haven't heard not one positive thing about the game.
Don't like it.
Damn.
I've heard positive things.
Yeah, I've heard mostly positive, but I mean it's one of those MOBA games. I'm like, I don't know. I just can't get down with the MOBA games. I really try. It just does not appeal to me.
No, I can't play mobiles neither.
I think the game just has the worst timing I've ever seen a game to be released, even for a beta. The game releases right before Uncharted, which is a death sentence.
Exactly.
Like right after, what comes out? Something comes out the end of this month, right? Is it? We
What?
open our release, my game's
Look,
release.
bro. That game coming out, well, I don't know, bro. I don't understand these games coming out close to Uncharted.
Let me open this up. See.
I don't know, if you gotta launch against Uncharted, you gotta make sure you're at least appealing to the Xbox guys who aren't gonna play it.
Yeah,
That much. That's the only way you can possibly survive. But I mean, other than that, I can't see it. But we really should be talking about the Mexican standoff we had this week. The Tuesday, April 12th, we had 5 things going on. There was the big Destiny update. There was the Division incursions. You had Ratchet and Clank, Dark Souls 3, and the Doom beta, all on the same day fighting for control.
Wow, I didn't even realize all of that. But yeah, Doom, that was the open beta because they had the closed beta before, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I played the closed beta.
See, there'd be so much stuff going on that I don't even be knowing. Like, I knew the Doom open beta was coming, but I had no idea what date it was going to be. They have too much shit going on at one time sometimes.
Yep. I mean, this whole week has been like a total shitstorm. All this stuff coming out, not even just that, like everything in movies coming out, like just Civil War, Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, all this other shit on top of the game stuff. It was so hard to focus.
That goes back to what I've always said. People want too much shit. They want too many games so fast. They want to play games.
It's like it's always like a 2 or 3 month slump where ain't shit coming out, and then like close to the summertime, it just fucking smack you in the face, and it's like, goddamn, bro. Like,
This time last year, there wasn't shit out to play. Now there's a lot.
yeah.
I remember.
What was it last year? It was we had Evolve in February. No, that was
There
January.
wasn't shit.
We had
Like
Dying Light.
I forgot Evolve was a thing.
Yeah. January, February, and March. There was something there.
I know what fucking
But
blood.
then it was what was it? It was when did Witcher come out? Was that May?
That was not. Yeah, May, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we had May. And then we had June was Arkham Knight, and then there was nothing.
Yeah, so a lot of those months it was really dry. Like this year, I can't say there's a time I think I'm going to be bored at all. Like, I see no boring months. Like, August is still up in the air, but I think August has Mankind, Deus Ex Mankind divided. And I'm sure if a developer is smart, they're going to take advantage of the fact that there is literally nothing besides Deus Ex in August. If you are smart, put one of your games in August.
I mean, July and August usually are like slow months for games, though.
So
if they're putting up against something that's going to dominate.
Yeah. But yeah, Doom comes out the 13th. Doom comes out the 13th.
Yeah, that Friday.
Uncharted comes out the 10th.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And they definitely gonna get murdered that day.
I think Doom gonna be all right. I honestly do.
I don't know, bro.
I don't think Battleborn is gonna be all right. I think Doom is gonna do fine because I feel like Uncharted people gonna like want to get. I think the Doom beta really helped it out because I wasn't gonna get Doom before I played that beta. Because Uncharted was around. But like, nah, I'm gonna get this good first-person shooter, and I'm gonna get this good third-person shooter.
I can see Doom selling good on PC.
But Battleborn, I feel like that game is gonna like just be thrown to death.
But ain't it another fucking mobile coming out too though? Like what's that game called? Overwatch? No.
Yeah, Overwatch.
Oh,
yeah.
what the like? What's going on, bro?
Yeah, that's in May also. And,
yeah,
and Overwatch is the way more popular game. Like people are gonna be like Battleborn. Okay, we're gonna get Overwatch.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Like this, Gearbox sending that game out to die, man.
Yep.
That game, it's a wrap for that. Also in May, there's Homefront Revolution. That game's gonna die. Nobody was gonna play that shit. That's just garbage.
I played that beta. Oh my god, that beta was such trash. Like I know.
Which game?
I'm still in
Homefront.
beta. That bullshit excuse.
Oh, yeah,
it was just so bad.
Yeah, that's gonna flop, bro.
It was like a mix between like a Battlefield campaign and like Payday. It was just like, what the fuck is this? Yes, this is sandbox gameplay, but it was so like a small area.
Like
it just ugh.
How many devs seen the game that got passed off to though? Like they probably just at this point rushing it. Like exactly. So at this point, like they're like, fuck it, let's just put it out, bro.
Wait, isn't this Deep Silver again?
No, I think they passed it off because they was losing money or something.
That game
is
is
the one to do the Dying Light 2 shit again?
Yeah.
Not Dying Light. What is it? Dead Island? Dead Island 2.
Yeah.
No, that's the whole thing. Like that game's got delayed until God knows when.
Homefront is a thought right now. It's been in so many different hands. It's bad. And whoever's hands it's in now just wants to get it out. They don't care about it because no, like this is our child. This is somebody's child that's been thrown in our hands, and we just want to get it the fuck out the house.
It's pretty much like a prom night dumpster baby, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel that.
Alien Nation is coming out in April also.
Whoop, picking that up.
Bruh, and fucking Severed for the Vita come out that same day. Like,
yep.
And
Invisible fucking release dates, bro.
Invisible Ink comes out the 19th. I had no intention to pick up Alien Nation because that's a game that's considered a bullet hell game, right?
It's like a shmup type game.
A twin stick.
Yeah.
If you played a Helldiver, it's gonna be something like that, but not as hard.
See, yeah, I was like, at first I wasn't interested, and I kept on looking at more and more gameplay. I was like, I gotta get this.
Damn, fuck it. I wanted to play Invisible Ink too. Like, bro, I'm not finna buy all these games, bro. I'm just gonna be real with you. That's too much.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get through this. It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna get through these games, put that time in, man.
Can't do that here.
Trophy chasing, bro. It run into these games.
Shadow of the Beast comes out May 17th. Also, which I'm picking that up. That looks crazy. Mirror's Edge Catalyst, Overwatch, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all come out the same day.
Oh,
definitely picking up Ninja Turtles.
I might be fucking with that TMNT because I hear a lot of people getting it day one.
Yeah.
And
yeah, and Shadwin, I don't know if y'all saw a trailer for it. It's a stealth game that's going to be on Windows and PS4 that Sony just like promoted recently this week.
What's it called?
Shadwin. It's like what's that stealth game with the gremlin?
Oh, you talking about Sticks?
Sticks. It looks. If you look at the trailer of Shadwin, it reminds you just like Sticks. It reminds you just like it. It's just a stealth game. It looks really cool. So yeah, Rest in peace, Battleborn.
Yeah, new sticks coming out too, though. That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's,
Hey, you got VR in the topics?
Yeah.
nah, because I think we talked way too much about VR lately.
What you thinking about VR?
I'm tired of talking about
Nah,
VR.
my wife brought something to my attention last night. I think IGN put out a trailer of what is it? Paranormal Activity, and it made me automatically think that I think VR may end up killing itself because there was a girl that was playing the game, and this chick looked like she dropped the controller and literally started having a panic attack. And I think VR is going to end up causing like a lot of problems with games that's gonna go off of that jump scare shit with VR.
I'm sure there's a ton of warnings like,
Yeah.
if you got heart problems, don't play this shit because you probably gonna end up passing away. It's gonna be, they gonna tell you like you gonna fuck around and die playing this shit. I just want you to know that. So they gonna legally get I definitely can see somebody dying from VR though. If it's not that, they gonna be twirling and fucking fly through the TV or some shit. It's gonna be crazy, bro.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to sue because I know they're going to give you warnings. Like when I went to the Microsoft store and tried out the Vive, they gave me that that agreement I had to sign, and I was like, this is in case I die, right? He was like, yep.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm sure they're anticipating that.
Can't blame
Nah, but it was crazy. The girl just dropped the controller and just like said no. She just started crying. She was crying on the stage on IGN. She was an IGN coworker.
Jesus.
Yeah.
She should have known what she was getting into with something scary like that.
I seen Shu on fucking Twitter talking about he playing some VR game where he was like, he almost fell out the second story window. I'm like, are you talking about the game or in real life? Bro? Like, I need to know.
There was also a scene, especially with the Vive, that the dude, there was a scene where there was a table and he dropped something. My man literally leaned over it like he was gonna lean on a virtual table and almost fucking fell.
Jeez.
I gotta say, I don't think VR is gonna be like this huge giant thing, like to replace gaming or anything like that. I think it's just gonna be a trend we're all gonna talk about for maybe a year or two, and then it's gonna die.
Yeah. Just like 3D, just like all this other shit.
Yeah. I think that was the biggest flaw. I was talking to one of the guys who went to GDC, and he was saying that the biggest scare that he had was that he was walking through and he doesn't remember which group it was. They were marketing it and they said like VR, the next 3D TV. I was like,
oh yeah, well shit.
Well, that's not very good.
Exactly.
They're trying to say it was like a good thing.
That's like saying your next graveyard or something.
Or the next PlayStation move.
There you go.
PlayStation Music. Not a very important topic, but they have the most listened to artists on PlayStation Music, most streamed artists worldwide. Let's check it out. See who's popping in the streets. You can already.
Ain't that I mean, who is it? Oh, Drake. Oh,
so, PlayStation Music year one popularity charts. Most streamed artists worldwide: Drake, then Eminem, then Justin Bieber, then The Weeknd, then Fetty Wap. I didn't expect The Weeknd to be on there. Like, I know he popping, but I ain't expecting to be number 4.
Oh, people love that dude, man.
Yeah. Of course, Eminem's popularity never fades, and of course, you got unfortunately the Biebs. The Biebs is on there. Most streamed tracks worldwide: Lean On. I don't even know what that shit is.
That song is fucking fire. That's on 2K16 soundtrack.
Okay. There's a lot of songs I've learned about through playing Madden.
Oh yeah,
back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. See You Again from the Furious 7 soundtrack. Can't Feel My Face, The Weeknd, of course, Hotline Bling, and Trap Queen. Most streamed game soundtracks.
That's interesting.
GTA 5, The Last of Us, Rocket League, Witcher 3, and Minecraft.
I never understood the obsession with the music of Minecraft. I wanted to kill myself after listening.
Never heard the music of Minecraft. It's probably some fuckery.
Yeah, you could probably use that to torture somebody.
I'm actually guilty of streaming some of these tracks that's listed, so I ain't gonna even say but that's some good music.
Man, that's audio depression right there.
And For the U.S., most streamed artists Drake, Future, Fetty Wap, Weeknd, and Eminem at number 5. Most streamed tracks in the U.S. Jumpman. I hate Jumpman. Let me tell you that right now. I don't know why motherfuckers like this song. Jumpman is whack.
My favorite part of this song is when Future say, what did he say, like, chicken wings and fries, we don't do dates or some shit. That's a hot line. Other than that, yeah, it's just mediocre.
Nah, I like when he gets like depressed and randomly at the end, he's like, "I'm gonna get my bitch back." Ooh, it's so funny. It's like a hype song. He just gets depressed in the middle of it.
I fucking hate that song. Hotline Bling, White Iverson, Post Malone, Me, Myself, and I, G-Eazy, and Antidote by Travis Scott.
I don't even know what number
God
4 is.
damn, I feel like I'm all out of the world. I don't know any of these.
What the fuck is number
man.
4, bro?
G-Eazy, I don't know who that is either. Like, I'm very
YouTube videos. I don't even know who that is, bro.
I'm very specific in who I listen to. The Drakes, the Kendrick Lamars, the J. Coles.
Well, you only listen to New York rappers, right? They got to like wear Timbos in the recording studio.
I listen to New York. I listen to New York-ish rappers, and everybody knows what that means. Like all New York-ish rappers actually like say words in their songs.
I can't. So far, I've yet to adapt to anybody in the new world of rapping other than J. Cole, and that's it. I still listen to people like Big L, bro. It's bad.
The BG playlist is filled with fucking Loon and G-Dep, bro. He ain't fooling nobody.
Yeah, very old school New York, East Coast rap and hip hop.
I can't Fetty Wap, Future. I can't stand any of them.
Yeah, the way you say that was crazy. You need to listen to ASAP Rocky, bro. Very hot artist. You need to listen to him. Dope music.
I heard an artist named I believe his name is Chief Keef is popping in the streets now.
I fuck with Chief Keef.
I believe he is popping.
But I fuck with some of his music.
I like Joey Badass. He's from New York.
Yeah, he cool.
Yeah, he is. So yeah, that's music on PlayStation for anybody who cared. Sony is shutting down the PlayStation MVP program.
I just signed up for that shit. Really, bro?
Yeah, I just saw that like yesterday.
Part.
Motherfucker.
It came out of nowhere.
So, if you don't know, the PlayStation MVP program is a program kind of for PlayStation fan enthusiasts who, play a lot of PlayStation games and they're very dedicated fans. And what they give you the chance to go to participate in a lot of Sony events and, be a part of the community and everything like that. So those are a few perks to it, but yeah, it's just they actually have the description here. As a member of PlayStation MVP, you'll help host exclusive game events and tournaments, create content such as walkthrough and help articles for fellow PlayStation gamers on the PlayStation forums, and share your expert opinions on PlayStation products through exclusive panels and discussion sessions with the PlayStation community management team. So yeah, this is getting shut down. Not sure why. Recently, it seems like they haven't been doing anything much with it. It's not something that was like took a whole bunch of resources or money or anything like that. Not like they were losing money off of it. It wasn't that type of thing. So I don't exactly know why they're shutting it down, but apparently it officially shuts down on the 18th, which is Monday.
Well, I think I could remember they said something like if you like close to an event, but you need like travel, they'll like provide or some shit. They probably was losing some money on that stuff. But
I know somebody in it. They like fly him out to E3 and put him in a hotel and all that.
Yeah, they actually do that. But this is actually shout out to Silver Sky. I know you probably listening, bro. Because every time I talk to him, you always mention how you have PlayStation MVP, and now you can no longer do that. So go fuck yourself, Silver.
I mean,
that's all.
Go ahead. You want to say something?
Nah. No.
Yeah, I think it's just. The only reason I care about this and why I think it's bad is because if you don't know, Sony is really bad when it comes to interaction with the consumer. They're really fucking bad. Microsoft is actually better for those of you who, hate Microsoft and for whatever reason. Believe it or not, Microsoft is better when it comes to, communicating with the fucking consumer. Way better than Sony. You can get some shit out of Microsoft, information, whether you want information, maybe access to an event, a review copy of game. You can hit up Microsoft and get that as a commoner.
See, that's what I gotta read. That's why I think BG saying this, because they sent them Tomb Raider, objectively as game of the year. But you hit up Sony, they're like, no, nigga, we see how you talking about them Xbox games. Go on somewhere, bro. You know that what it was, bro.
Listen, and to be specific, it's in the U.S. because outside of the U.S., everybody says they're really good because they got their different divisions for PlayStation Europe, Germany. Well, not Germany because wherever the fuck else, they're really good over there and outside of the U.S. But in the U.S., their PR teams don't answer you. They don't give a damn about you. You damn near got to kidnap one of their grandmothers for you to get a reply out of them.
Hey, no, like I was about to say, like I do have better, a better chance getting in touch with my dead relatives than Sony PR. Like BG, BG ain't stunned with that. I ain't gonna even try to sugarcoat the shit.
This is fact.
Yeah.
So it sucks. It sucks. It wasn't so bad before. It's so bad that I have different Sony contacts that I email, never get answer, and it's so bad that there's a Sony PR media link. I could actually open it up and probably show you. Watch me try to give an example right now, and it actually fucking worked.
You know what it is though? I think that they feel rightfully so that their imprint in the U.S. is so good right now that they really don't need smaller YouTube.
That's exactly what I was just gonna ask.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Doing well right now, they're acting like that, and I mean, I'm not gonna say that Xbox is not because it is doing well. You think that Xbox is really reaching out to everyone because they don't have the footprint like PlayStation does?
I think they is. I mean, let some of these, Sony games not sell too well. They'll get back in touch with you, BG. They'll send you a whole care package, all this other shit, man.
This is the media form, right? And this doesn't even fucking work. I've tried it before. Hold on, let me hope this shit don't auto type in none of my fucking information.
Yeah, you about to
let me just type in some random shit for.
Oh yeah, you about to expose yourself, bro.
Yeah, I am. That's that Google auto type shit. Yeah, but when you type this shit in, the shit just goes to. It doesn't even send. An error message just comes up. So they make this for public use, and the shit don't even work. That's how bad they are. They're terrible.
I can believe that. Definitely can.
Yeah. So Sony, get your shit together. All right. What else going on this week? Oh yeah, NPDs are out.
Oh boy.
I haven't seen them.
I wonder what happened this week or this month.
Sony's best-selling console, of course. Not much to say about that. Best-selling games for March are The Division, Far Cry Primal, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh yeah, well you own a game.
Yeah. EA Sports UFC 2, MLB The Show, Pokken Tournament, NBA 2K16, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and Minecraft.
AKA the usual suspects.
Yep, the usual shit.
I'm just glad, and I don't know I already said this, but I'm just glad that people are actually not supporting games like Street Fighter 5, because that game is selling horribly. I'm just glad that y'all actually putting y'all money where y'all mouth is and letting these developers know that y'all, or Hitman. I'm so glad people not buying these games, though, because they don't deserve to be bought right now.
I don't even think Hitman charted at all, so I'm glad that game didn't really sell well.
Hitman, oh my god. And I love that series. It hurt my heart to say that. Like I said, Hitman Go, a game that was originally intended for cell phones, is better than fucking Hitman, whatever the fuck. What's the game called? I think it's called.
I think it's just Hitman.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. And Robin Gaming is in the chat, so y'all can ask Robin. He can attest to this, how the PlayStation representatives in Europe, or wherever the fuck Robin is at, they answer him. Because they're good over there, but can't get an answer in the U.S.
Goddamn shame.
And another thing I wanted to bring up, fucking spoilers, right? Here's the shit that I don't understand, right? About people that watch my videos or whatever. Motherfuckers complaining about Dark Souls 3 spoilers in the title and mainly in the title. Here's what I want to know. Here's my fucking question: how the fuck does knowing the name of a boss spoil the fucking boss for you? Half of these bosses don't have a fucking name that gives you any inclination of what type of boss they are.
People are stupid.
Like, that shit makes no sense. Like, that's like me telling you my grandmother's name. You don't know my fucking grandmother.
Only time that's a spoiler is if it's a boss of a well-known character and you know it's in the fucking game. That's like the only time.
That's what I'm saying. You put the name of the boss in the title. You spoiling the game.
Wait a minute, Hardy told you that? Hold on.
Nigga. If I told you my fucking grandmother's name, would you feel like you know everything about my grandmother? Do you know the details of my grandmother's life? Do you know her personality? Do you know shit about my grandmother because I tell you her name? No. So how the fuck am I spoiling Dark Souls 3 because I tell you the fucking boss name?
Hey man, you gotta start reading these comments, bro.
These dudes is morons. I'm sorry. That shit just blows my mind, bro. Like, yo, you spoiling the game. I know the boss name now. Okay. Does that tell you like how the boss fights, his move set, how he's gonna whoop your ass? Cause you still gonna die. Like, I don't understand. Man. I just need to get that off my chest.
Do it like I do. Say fuck them. Keep moving.
You're spoiling the boss.
That's always crazy to me. People like, oh, you know, spoilers, but they on YouTube looking at games. Like, if you plan on playing the game, don't look at gameplay videos. That's just common sense, people.
That's another thing. For you to type these shit, you clicking on the video. What the fuck are you clicking on the video for?
Like, bro, Uncharted 4 drop. I'm not looking at no gameplays of that. You can go fuck yourself. I got to experience that for myself.
Word. Neo. I said it's getting a demo later this month, right?
Yeah.
Said that last week. The U.S. version, well, the Western version is going to have dismemberment, and apparently the other versions won't have dismemberment because it's going to be censored.
I'm glad to be in the U.S.
You know, which sucks for them because you have this like samurai game with fucking demons and shit, and you won't be able to see dismemberment. That would suck. Like, that would be mad corny.
That's kind of how fucking Ninja Gaiden 3 was in the U.S. though. I think it only had like dismembered it in the Wii U version, which is crazy, but.
You know how they going like that. Oh, where's the blood? You don't got no fucking blood in you, man.
I threw a saw blade at this nigga and his head came off. That's
where the bullet damage at? I hate this.
Yo, y'all show y'all boys and
son, bro,
kill your ass when you see.
That's my fucking nigga, bro. That's my homie right there. You know what he be saying.
No bullet damage.
You know what he be saying though. Oh shit.
No bullet damage. It's some bullshit.
I'm actually gonna download that Neo and see what it's talking about though. It looks like a cool game. I think it's
gonna be great.
Wait, there's a demo out?
No, it's like
end of this month.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I've been watching mad videos on that.
Digital games. Well, according to GameStop, they don't know much, but according to GameStop, they believe digital game earnings will catch up to physical games by 2019. They actually might be right on this, though.
I mean, digital game sales, judging by data that these companies putting up, it is like, increasing every year, which is very saddening to me because they're just going to, usher in a new form of gaming where they just not going to do fucking physical copies anymore, which is my preferred way of, purchasing games. So that's going to be very sad, bro.
Nah, what I think it's going to do is they're going to probably weigh in more to like digital downloads, and then the only physical copies they're going to basically do like collector's edition. Yeah. Well, and you basically they only fulfill by pre-orders.
But what's crazy about that, they already doing special editions where it don't even come with a fucking game. They like, here go a statue, a book with about 10 pictures in it, go fuck yourself. Like, bro, what's the game, man? There's a couple of games like that right now. It's crazy, bro.
But is it a problem, though? Because you got to install most of the games into the damn system anyways.
I mean, that's true, but at the same time, I would like a disc, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to the store buying this big-ass box of foolishness at you know, to a certain extent. I would like the game with it. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, I like having this so I can sell
like
it.
a digital code or something. Like, yeah, that's fine. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a problem with them selling a collector's edition with just all the junk separate.
Yeah.
If you already bought the game.
Oh no, man.
I don't know. I don't know if it's because of age, but I sit in the living room and I'm looking at my PS4. I'm like, fuck. Do I really want to get up and plug in Bloodborne? I wish I downloaded this
Like,
bitch.
that's what's crazy, right? Because I do like having my game digital on the system, like where I can just click on them and play them. It's like a catch-22 because I do like that, but I do like having fucking physical games. Like, I like both, you know what I'm saying? But it's
I
gonna
get what
to
you're
a
saying
point where,
because
like,
I do like to look over and like, damn, look at that collection.
yeah, like,
It's like, oh, this is all just digital shit. Nobody gonna know what I got.
yeah, bro, it's crazy, bro.
If I remember right, Witcher 3 sold more digital No, it was Fallout 4 sold more digital copies. At least
Also, that's also because it has a strong PC following.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it might have only been in the first 24 hours. I don't know if it was all time, but it sold more digital copies than physical copies.
No, that's crazy.
Because I know I know Microsoft pushed it because they said if you digitally pre-ordered it, they give you Fallout 3. Because I know that was the one thing that swayed me from getting rid of the collector's edition. I actually got one of those Pip-Boy editions, and I was like, it was a combination of I want to play Fallout 3 again though, but I don't have digitally, and do I want to do that, or do I actually want to keep this Pip-Boy around, which I'm never going to use?
Yeah, I think it was kind of hard to use.
Yeah, it was kind of especially depending on what type of phone you have. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I got the Pip-Boy and none of my phones fit that motherfucker.
Now I had an iPhone 4 that I was just going to use dedicated completely to the Pip-Boy.
Oh wow.
But they need to do better with these collector's editions, man. I don't know if y'all watched my unboxing for the Dark Souls 3, but I am pissed we didn't get the fucking Prestige edition like the UK. I wanted a fucking Lord of Cinder statue, bro. Fuck the Red Knight.
Whoa.
Did you see the Lord of Cinder statue? And then if you look at the collector's edition, like Metal Gear Solid versus the one that we got in the US, they need to do better, yo. If they're gonna go to digital, they better make sure all these collector's editions are like the same, bro. Because UK gets some fucking awesome stuff. And then on top of that, now they're trying to milk us because GameStop is selling the Lord of Cinder statue for fucking $399. That's the price of a PlayStation 4, bro.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
I live in New York, sir, so where I live, I don't even got space to put all these knickknacks and shit you complain about.
Hey, whatever.
Put on top of them Ratchet.
You still getting that Uncharted one? Where you gonna put that at?
Nah, I cancel that.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Hey,
the last game and you not getting the collector's edition?
I ain't that loyal.
I'm buying more than one copy of the game, so I get that down the road.
I cancel it. Like, I was looking at the collector's edition, $150. I was like, what am I gonna do with all this figurine shit?
Got that shit on Amazon with a Prime account. It ain't 150 then.
A year after fucking Uncharted 3 Special Edition came out, that bitch was $15, and I was like, wow, I could have just, well, I didn't get it anyway, but, you could just wait, bro.
Yeah, I stopped buying collector's editions a few years ago.
I only get certain ones if it's gonna be something that's gonna be like amazing, like that the Titanfall statue. Yeah, I had to get that.
Yeah,
I had to get Fallout because I knew that was gonna sell out in like a few days, so I got that just cause. But besides that, I never really get.
Wish I had that Uncharted 2 Special Edition. That joint go for like $4,000-5,000 now.
Yeah, I had to cancel it.
I just think that it's kind of like how the comic book industry did how they exploded, where it used to be like all these comics you had from back in the day, they sell for a shit ton of money now, but now especially like the introduce new character issue or death of somebody, like those, they thought that it would sell for a lot right now, but it's not going to anymore. And I think it's the same thing the video game industry is going to do with the collector's editions, is that now all the old games that are considered classics, they're selling for a lot, but they're making a little bit more of these collector's editions, and so they're just not going to be worth as much.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I've never still till this day have not ever bought a collector's edition. Maybe I might end up getting. I'm sure they're going to have a collector's edition for Horizon Zero Dawn. Maybe I'll get that.
Wow, over the Uncharted collection?
I'm trying to think
starting to
how
wonder
about
about you,
Listen,
I
if
bro.
think both of it comes with like a little mech.
I'm
Like a
trying to
mech
wonder
section.
about you, bro.
Oh yeah, if it come with that dinosaur mech.
Yeah.
collector
Oh,
edition.
yeah,
I
I'm
think
gonna
I've
have to
ever
get
bought
that.
one.
Listen,
I don't know.
low key, Horizon Zero Dawn could be the next, Uncharted in terms of being Sony's, biggest
Well,
franchise. It
they
could.
have,
Somebody hit the record button because if that
no, no,
game
well,
flops,
no, like the execs at Sony already did said that. Like they said when they released this game, they trying to the franchise the fuck out of it. They trying to put out, T-shirts and cups and all this other fucking knick-knack silly
well, they
like
do
shit.
that for everything. They do that
No,
for
they
Bloodborne
no, but they
right
trying to
now.
actually like make this like they do big IP though.
It
Like
could be,
setting it up
man.
for it.
Horizon's going to be
Speaking
good.
of which, you think Sony may do a Bloodborne 2?
They're going
I
to.
think they're gonna do, but the
Yeah.
dude that make this, the Miyazaki dude, he didn't even want to do Dark Souls 3, so he basically said he don't want to do those games.
Tired of it, but
Now they'll
Yeah.
get somebody to do Bloodborne too.
yeah,
I think they
there's been-
need him though. Like,
I think there's been so many other, of these employees that have worked on it, like especially someone directly under him that has worked on so many of these games. I'm sure they can get somebody. Like, it may not be the exact vision he has, but I feel like just because one person is missing, I'm sure there's somebody else that could like do it.
But will the Souls community go for that though?
Yeah,
Probably not.
it's like the first Dark Souls 3.
Well, if it's basically like the guys that's on his team, like the main dude's leaving. I mean, I can give two shits about a Dark Souls storyline just for that gameplay.
Oh well, shit, you'll be alright then.
I mean, I
Yeah,
never
like-
cared about the Dark Souls story. I always cared about the gameplay.
That's what I'm saying. If this guy, that's all he holds to it is a storyline, I'm pretty sure they got the game engine and gameplay down pat.
Yeah, like if he alone leaves, but his whole team is still working on the game, I'm sure people will be all right with that. And as long as they see the gameplay and the world is still designed like how they know it should be, I don't think they're gonna care like his name is not attached
You
to it.
just brought up a good point because it's a new BioShock in fucking development.
Yeah.
I think this game is gonna be complete and utter trash because it's no.
I didn't hear
It's not irrational.
It's not irrational. It's nobody. I
It's
don't
not
even
even
think it's
parts of their team though.
No, I'm saying it's nobody. But the thing is, the way
Yeah, their
BioShock,
whole team left.
way-
All the big guys at Irrational left and made their own studio, and they're making some weird.
See, that's different. That's not good.
no, but the thing is, the way BioShock Infinite finished, it's like it's nothing you could do that'll be like surprising. Like they basically like the way they did it is gonna be real hard for them to make a sequel to that game.
Unless it's like a reboot.
There's a couple ideas I brainstorm on this all the time. We talked about a couple ideas. I think the best one, I can't remember who I was with. We were talking about. We were saying like, what if he did like a Jetsons kind of deal, like out in space, like on a space station, and like you were just sent there to go like do like a delivery run or some shit, and you go up there and it's like the 70s or something, and you go up there and it's all like the future at all costs. Like, people just give no fucks about morality, nothing. Like, say, oh, yeah, well, we spliced human DNA again to do Vigors or whatever. I can't think what it's called anymore.
Yeah, Vigors.
It was Vigors.
That was an Infinite.
In Infinite, I don't remember what it was actually. Adam and no.
Plasmids, yeah, plasmids.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, you do it like that too, but then people are deciding like, yeah, let's splice some animal DNA or let's do like cyborg shit.
I mean, I think they can come up with some cool ideas, but it's just like the overall, overarching story of it. Like we all know how it goes now. So I don't know. I think they kind of take some of the mystique away from the game.
I liked how. What I will say is I did like how Infinite was visually different. Like it was very vibrant and bright. I did miss that dark feel that you got with BioShock.
It was a lot of dark shit in Infinite.
Claustrophobia thing. The thing with BioShock 1 and even BioShock 2, but mostly BioShock 1 that made it so good was the claustrophobia. That it was, I am stuck here.
I mean,
especially when you had a big daddy in your face.
even though fucking Columbia was bright and beautiful, the people that was in it, like you actually got chased by Klansmen in that game. Like I don't know if you remember that they was called like Brotherhood of the Vulture or some stupid shit. But like it's a lot of like racist and scary shit in that game. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, I mean that series is so much fun because they hit so many philosophical different boards, and I love that about that series. BioShock and Fallout are like side by side for me. Those are my two favorite franchises. I mean, I'd love for there to be another BioShock game, but I'm like, I don't know how you're gonna go past Infinite, because Infinite, the way they ended that game, the way they set up the whole world, it's just, I don't know where you go from there.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Bioshock
tired of
is-
Bioshock. I'm done with that series personally.
Bioshock
Like
is
I've
fucking
gotten enough
amazing.
of it.
I mean, if they do it right, I wouldn't mind another one. Like that's like one of the few first-person games that I actually enjoy. That game is crazy.
Yo, what up? What's good, everybody?
Oh,
Yeah.
finally.
This man showed up out when I hold on, bro.
That man fashionably on time for the next podcast.
My bad. I had a meeting, man. I had a big meeting with the writing team and stuff, so I was caught up in that.
Dick is big time now.
I see.
Yeah.
Trying to make moves, man. Trying to grow the brand.
Yeah. So yeah, we were just talking about I didn't hear about this new BioShock. I was surprised I missed out on that.
Yeah, it was the 2K's being quiet as shit. Like, they do not want to talk about anything.
Bro, that game, oh my god.
But the other thing is, Ken Levine left, with his team and made an indie studio. But they've like, what have they like showed or talked about since then? I've heard nothing from them.
It was one. Well, I don't think there was Ken. Well, some people that worked at Irrational, they made another indie studio, and they was coming out with a game that was kind of like BioShock, but that game, I think it was called like Black Glove or some shit. It ended up getting canceled though because it didn't meet the Kickstarter and shit.
But Ken Levine does have his own studio right now, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he is working on that same game they were working on since they left, right?
I would assume so.
Let me check real quick. I haven't seen what he's been doing for a while.
I expected, because BioShock Infinite, that was like 2 years ago, I would at least expect some like quotes or something about him talking about this new game coming out with this studio. You've heard literally nothing. I might have low-key thought that like Ken Levine died or some shit, like, because you've heard nothing from this man, like no news, no nothing.
I thought that he made his own studio, so I wasn't expecting him to be working on Is he working on another BioShock?
No.
There's
They're
another
getting
one in development.
a brand new team to work on some other BioShock.
Oh, is it System Shock?
No, that's the remaster.
No, they're working on something else. In 2014, he left, and he took a bunch of the guys from Irrational, and Irrational closed down.
Right.
They made their own thing, but they're trying to do some narrative-driven thing, and they have not said shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's been 2 years and you've not heard nothing, update of this ever.
It take time to make masterpieces, bro. Dude only make good games, so.
Yep.
Well, I got faith.
Man, when he actually, the funny thing about him is like he cites, like, he doesn't even cite video games as his inspiration anymore. He's like, I like Mad Men, Coen Brothers, Stanley Kubrick. Like, I don't even give a shit. Like, I'm just making art.
Wait a minute. Now this is crazy, right? Tick showed up like an hour, 15 minutes late, and he's not even the latest person. Guess what's going on, bro?
All right. Oh man, my bad.
What you doing, bro?
Told you, since I have been out here, I get out of work at the time that the podcast starts, and sometimes the commute is like stupid.
Fuck, you ride a bike to work, nigga? Like, what is
Okay, cool. I'm gonna need you to, we gonna need you to find a new job.
It's all good.
Yeah, and once Weapon Wheels start cutting those checks, I may not have to.
Hey, I'm with Smooth on that one. Hey, for real.
You're not
So
stupid.
what time you start work on Saturdays?
I work generally 10 to 6 on Saturdays.
10 to 6. See, that's still, even starting early is still gonna work. So this man just got to be late, because we can't push it back no further, because that's going, you're just gonna have to be late or find a new job.
I think the show runs long enough to where you can slide in.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we can move on to the next topic. So, the Gears 4 beta, it's next week.
Actually, it's out today, isn't it?
2 days.
It's out. It's out.
So it's the 18th and
Oh, it's the 18th. Oh, I'm thinking of the Halo joint that came on the 14th, the Firefight joint.
Okay. So
I'm gonna save all my opinions of what I think about that game.
So first, there's like this argument. First of all, there's this argument between people of whether this is an alpha or a beta. Some people are saying no, it's an alpha. They're just calling it a beta, but they're calling it a beta. So what the fuck is it? Like Rod Ferguson said it's a fucking beta.
Because Rod Ferguson said it was an alpha. He said that a lot of the graphical assets are missing because they just want to see if the game runs. How does it play?
That shit look like Xbox
But
3.5.
it does. It looks worse than it looks. It just doesn't look as good as the 360 version of Gears 3 at all. Not even Gears 1 actually. But You know, but like he said they remove a lot of the graphical assets to it because it's still a work in progress. But they want to test the multiplayer out because they want to make sure that there's no issues with it. I think.
But here's my thing, though. Like, sorry to cut you in, but regardless of the graphics, it just looks like Gears of War with added players. I feel like it looks exactly the same. Screw the graphics.
You said
the player count?
Playing mechanics and all that looks no different. Like
that's what people want. When you start to mess with the mechanics of a multiplayer that people already love, that's when things go downhill.
But wasn't that
we all seen what happened with Judgment.
Wasn't that the complaint about the remaster of
Gears Ultimate?
The Gears Ultimate? They were saying that they want to see something new with the mechanics. Wasn't that one of the big complaints?
Let's keep it 100. Gamers don't know what they want.
They don't.
They don't. One minute they want this, the next minute they're mad because it's changed too much, or if it changed too little, they don't know what they want. The gamers, you can never make all gamers
but the
happy.
biggest gripe was like they don't like the gun mechanics. It feels like nothing they've played. It seems old, stale, and stiff.
I mean, that's for them to complain to Rod, and that's for them to fix. I think that's the whole point of a beta. It's the same thing when we was playing. I remember when the Halo beta came out, and people made all their complaints and things like that, and they made a lot of great changes due to that. The fact that it's 6 months out, those things can change. So,
I did like that Rob Ferguson took the time to throw a shot at all of the developers who put out a beta a month before and call it a fucking beta. He was like, this is 6 months before. This is a real beta, unlike the others. I was like, I like that.
Yeah, this is a real beta, not one of those demo betas.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make an excuse for them. I mean, when I first saw it, even I was turned off for a split second before I knew exactly what it was. But I think at the end of the day, man, after the Master Chief Collection debacle, they just want to get those multiplayers right. They cannot release these games broken or messed up. So I think releasing it 6 months out is probably a smart thing to do, and hopefully it's a success.
I clearly think it's they're purposely missing texture layers. You can clearly see that.
They're doing it on
you can
purpose.
clearly see that on purpose.
Yeah.
So people who think the game would first of all, you could tell it looks bad, but you could tell Microsoft would not allow the game to actually look like that.
Yeah,
bro.
The fucking final product. They would go to Coalition bro, what the fuck is that shit? You done?
Yeah.
You know, you do a double take, you lift your glasses off your face and have to blink it. I was like, what the fuck?
That is exactly the same thing that happened to me.
I really hope there's a lot that changes because after seeing the first trailer of when they were in the night, I was like, damn, this game is really gonna look like shit.
Really? You thought the trailer from E3 was bad?
That didn't look bad. It was just it was real.
The lighting was terrible to me, bro.
It was dark.
The lighting was bad, but it didn't look bad.
It didn't
look bad though.
Listen, here's the thing about that trailer. If you go look at that trailer, the only lighting they have is the moon.
Nah, didn't he have a flashlight?
Nah.
When he comes out of the forest, all they have is the moon. When he walks out into the light, and then you have the storm going on in the background. My understanding is that Gears is going to have a big element of the environment. It plays a big role in the actual game. So that's why you have that hurricane and lightning happening in the background and stuff like that. But Gears, it's always been a grayish, brownish game. So I'm pretty sure that plays a factor as well.
Let me tell you what my problem with Gears is, right? Especially with the fucking trailers. I feel like the trailers are catfishing you because every Gears trailer has always been this feeling of despair, sadness, and survival. Yeah. And I never feel like the games really play like that.
Yeah, the first Gears of War, I forgot the name of the song. I was like, damn, man, people dying.
Mad World. It's supposed to be
Mad World.
I think they're trying to set the atmosphere because the reality of it is they were really losing that war. A lot of people were dying, being burned to ashes, and there was a lot of things happening. They sacrificed their own people. So I think that's the feel. I think the problem with Gears
did the same thing.
But I think the problem with Gears is that Gears, the first 3 series, didn't have a real meaningful story. And I think that's why it's
thing. If you remember the trailer from Crysis, where all the people were dying, you saw dudes in the helicopter. They put up posters, pictures of people dying. I'm like, I didn't get that playing this game.
That's a terrible fucking franchise, Crysis.
I didn't get that feeling from Crysis either.
Crysis is a tech demo.
Yeah,
it was a tech demo
engine.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, when you look at that Gears 1 trailer, you're like, oh, this game's going to be so fucking sad, especially with that song. It was perfect. That wasn't how it turned out. I think they tried to capture that later on with, let me go spoiler alert, because motherfuckers didn't play a game 8 years ago. like Dom dying and shit. I think they tried to like capture moment with that, but that was really it.
I think I'll be honest with you. I think the first one was probably the best when it came to that feel. I think 2 was way heavy on action, and 3 was pretty heavy on action as well. I think they lost that feeling, and that's why they're trying to get back to that dark, gloomy mood with this game. It's just whether or not they can pull it off, and the story is good enough to do it.
It's like what happens with horror franchises. The first one's always really good at nailing that dark, deep aspect, and the second one they have to ramp it up, and the third one they ramp it up even more, and it loses the horror feel of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Rob Ferguson also said that what also makes me feel like the story is not going to be this sad and despair thing, even though like the Gears 4 trailer definitely gave you that feel with seeing Marcus and carving out my son's name in the wood and shit.
Cutting grass and shit.
It was bad, sad for him. But he said that they're not taking the story too seriously. I believe it was the exact quote. The online, as it should be, is really what they care about. So.
I don't think so, man. I think these games nowadays, when you look at Halo and how many people complained about the campaign and how many scores got dropped because of it, I think they really need to concentrate on the story as well. You can't give me 100% multiplayer and half-ass the single player. I think if you give me a complete game, give me a complete game. Don't give me a game and a half. I think that's the problem we have this generation.
But addressing, so you have to understand the position that the Coalition's in. They're like 3-4-3 right after Halo Reach, where they got the franchise, no one trusts them right now, and they got to prove it. So they're not. I don't think they want to change too much.
They don't have to change much, but they need to create a true, deeper story to the Gears series for people to really like. People love Gears because of the multiplayer. That's without question. But I think that if they add a true a true single-player campaign to that with a real in-depth story, they can really have a much, much, much bigger than Halo franchise. To be honest with you. And
Ferguson also said that he thinks it's somewhat harder to tell like a real significant story in shooters. What? I would agree to that in first-person shooters, but I think it's much easier to tell a good story in a third-person shooter. I don't think they have an excuse with Gears.
I disagree completely. I think you can tell a story in anything if you know
what you're doing. Most people, there was Resistant. I got that story.
Mm-hmm. This game's a good story. They don't even have dialogue. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I think that's an excuse. I don't like that excuse.
Yeah, let me try to get his exact quote. Apparently,
Somebody said that it was something like Last of Us was the only game that did it or something.
Yeah, I believe this is his exact quote. People talk about Nathan Drake in Uncharted being a serial killer because this is something I've said. He's definitely a serial killer because he does mass killings. When you're forced to have one interaction with the world, which is what can I shoot, your ability to tell a story is hugely limited because he feels like the mechanics is all about shooting or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it seems like he's not too caught up, I guess, with the.
I can see what he's saying because the gameplay don't always match the narrative of the story, especially games where you make option. What am I trying to say? Choices. What the fuck am I talking about? When you make choices and shit. But at the same time, that ain't like Tick said. There ain't no excuse to not even try on the story. Like, come on, man.
I can understand what with what they went through. Crystal Dynamics kind of went through with Tomb Raider reboot. On one side, they're trying to create this fragile, inexperienced girl in the story, but in the gameplay, you're mirroring everything moving.
Yeah. So the problem with video game dialogue is that it's done backwards. Like in video games, they make the game, they develop the characters, they make the set pieces, and then they give the writers the game, and the writers have to create a story based off what they have. I think they should do it reverse. I don't understand how difficult that would be, but I think
maybe you're talking in one category because they don't do that in RPGs.
Wait a minute. No, they did do Uncharted 3 like that.
They do most games. Trust me, I've spoken to a ton of developers. Most developers make the game first. Like they develop the characters, they make the areas and the gameplay or whatever they're focusing on, whatever they want to do, and then they hand it off to the writers, and it's up to the writers to create the story out of what they made. And
Well,
that's why a lot of times you get these weird stories or these short stories that don't match up to what's being played, or you have gaps in the story.
Well, I feel like that was easier because I feel like if you have the writers create something first, then you have to like make a game with like innovative gameplay off of it to make it stand out. I feel like that'd be kind of hard.
I think that's the reason why they do it. I think it's harder to do it based on what someone wrote and trying to create the
Yeah,
vision that they put out.
Yeah, exactly.
And you also have to remember there's deadlines and
Mm-hmm.
there's money involved and time schedules. So yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword.
There's one thing I wanted to say about it. Oh yeah, the Rob Ferguson and Cliff Blazinski, they were talking on Twitter. It was kind of funny because Cliff said, he played the beta. He said the Lancer was useless in Gears 4, and then Ferguson said, "So you mean it's just like how Gears has been then?" That shit was funny because like he's complaining about some shit that he's made the past 3 games. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, you just noticing that shit now that like the game's in somebody else's hands? You notice what people have been telling you for like 8 years.
Cliffy
That's
D's a
funny.
douche, though. I fucks with him though. He's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, seems to still gonna be all about the shotguns. It seems like it's still gonna be all about.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about Gears because I never use a shotgun in games, and then when I pick up Gears Online, everybody's using a shotgun. That's the only way you can play. Like, it just turns me off.
Now I used to use the shotty in the what was the locust weapon again? Like some type of, it was a single fire carbine type weapon. I used to love
Hammerburst?
that. The hammer burst. The hammer burst was stupid strong. It was way stronger than the Lancer. The Lancer was a bit more accurate, but if you can get 4 or 5 shots on somebody from distance before they roll up on you, forget it, dog. They be on the floor already. I love it. Gears is it's an ill ass game, man. That is a good ass game. I had a lot of fun playing Gears War. Look forward to it.
Yeah.
All right, so the Ark Survival Evolved creator, they settled on a non-compete lawsuit. So if y'all remember the story about the
Yeah, I remember.
Ark Survival developer, he was formerly with a previous studio, but also working, with the Ark Survival team, which obviously you can't do, which is because of the contracts you sign. And they were suing him because, he used what he learned and what he knew at the previous studio to help with Ark Survival. They were trying to sue him for $40 million apparently, but they settled. They were trying to sue him for $600 million at first.
Damn.
Apparently.
Million.
So the studio settled on $40 million. So they still won, and
That's a lot of money.
He was in the wrong.
And people still starving in Africa.
Fine, for real. Like, goddamn.
So yeah, he was still in the wrong. So the studio ended up paying $40 million because of that.
40. God damn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Can that game afford to come out?
it'll be forced to come out. I mean, it's gonna have to to make that money back. I mean, I think they have the money to do it, honestly, because I mean, if you look at like the top, at least on Xbox, where it's still in what is it, not early access, but something like that, where it's still in early access. It's I mean, it's always in the top sellers. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
So full story, Studio Wildcard, the creators of Ark Survival Evolved, recently settled on a lawsuit filed by Trendy Entertainment to the tune of $40 million. Trendy Entertainment sued Studio Wildcard and designer Jeremy Steiglitz for breaching contract. Steiglitz was a creative director at Trendy before joining Wildcard. Trendy alleges that Steiglitz worked with Wildcard in secret, poached trade secrets, aided a direct competitor to their flagship title, Dungeon Defenders, which doesn't really seem to be a competitor, and violated the non-compete clause of his contract. So that's the whole story.
I like Ark of All. I just hope that the game drops. I spent a lot of time on that game, man, and it's really, really good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Graphically, at times it can be ugly, and at other times it can be pretty.
Graphically fucking demanding. That's what you keep
It is.
forgetting.
Yeah, it's very demanding. It really is. But I really enjoyed my time playing the game. So I really hope they do drop it. I hope it comes out and it becomes unsuspended or whatever the issue is and stuff.
So it seems like there's more evidence to a E3 Xbox One revision reveal, according to an FCC filing. So it seems like we might see one from both Sony and Microsoft, man.
Yo, real talk. I said this like about 2 weeks ago, and I was talking about what if Microsoft showed something at E3 that was similar to the PS4K, and the reason why I said that was because I had got a DM. I can't say obviously who, but I had got a DM that kind of led towards my thinking of that. And everybody had blew it off and talked about how it was probably just the next Xbox and things like that. And I kind of felt like it could be as well. But the fact that they're dropping this FCC stuff about how there's possibly 2 SKUs, and one of the rumors is that second SKU is probably going to be a diskless Xbox.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Oh, wait a minute, I got something to say on this, right? Now, first of all, I do believe that both of these consoles are coming out with a different revision or whatever. I'm getting tired of people saying that, that the Wii U only lasted 4 years, but PS4 and the Xbox One coming out with a new system after 3 years. First of all, it's completely
Not the same thing.
It's a completely fucking difference between scrapping your console and making a whole new one to making a fucking if it's still branded PS4 and Xbox One, that is completely different. They always come out with slimmer versions. Stop that dumb shit, man.
Yeah, that's a dumb comparison because
Yeah, it is.
because you're not going to be able to put a Wii U disc. I mean, we don't know. Maybe you can if they have
It's
backwards
never rumored not to
compatibility.
be backwards compatible. Because they still do. This is another thing that's beautiful. The NX is rumored to be getting 4 Wii U ports at launch. So
Yeah.
all y'all, I don't buy a new system to play old games and all this other dumb shit. Guess what y'all finna do? Y'all finna buy a new system to play old games. Have
Yeah, I
fun.
think Smash was one of them that's going to come with it.
Smash. I think they said Zelda, Splatoon, and the other one was Mario Maker.
So these are still going to be Xbox Ones and PS4s coming out. That's not a Wii U that's coming out.
Exactly.
I don't know if it will be an Xbox One though. I mean, one of the things Phil said when he was talking in that Game Informer interview was like, if he came out with another Xbox, it's going to be a new Xbox. It's got to be a significant difference between the Xbox One and whatever it is. I mean, it could be one is going to be a slim, clearly. The other one could possibly just be a better version or a better version of the Xbox One with some more parts to it or something like that, like added jacks or whatever. But I'm pretty sure one is going to be more expensive than the other. I can tell you that much. I just don't know how much.
You think they're going to drop 2 of them, like a slim version of an Xbox One and then a new Xbox One that's like diskless?
There was 2 FCC. There's 2
Yeah,
boxes.
let me read it. So it says two new FCC filings were recently submitted. Normally, all details regarding submissions are under NDA. However, certain things slip up. Both listings reference including technology from this number filing. That is to say that these 2 FCC filings are likely for new Xbox One hardware. The second part of the rumor is that Microsoft is revealing this hardware at E3 is due to the date that the NDA expires, is June 25th, not too long after E3 ends.
That's what I'm saying. It's 2 boxes. One of them, more than likely, is probably either going to be a diskless one, and the other one is probably going to be regular.
Isn't that the same thing that kind of killed off Sega? Like, yo, there's too much of that talk, man. Like, too many.
The thing is, everybody's buying into it. Like, everybody's buying. Like, Sony's doing it.
Yeah, but
Xbox
even so, how people are hyped, man. Like, we talk about like games being killed because it's coming around the same time and there's another game, and now we're talking about people dropping a whole new $500, $600 on a brand new system all over again.
But the games will still be playable on that console and the old console.
Well, I got a question. Well, who is that diskless Xbox? If this is like 2 different schools, who is that appealing to at that point?
Who's it appealing to? The digital, like I would.
I mean, but what's that hard drive gonna be like though? Like
it's gonna be like 2 terabytes. Like
it'll be.
That's not enough.
It'd have to be at least 2 terabytes.
Nah, that's not enough. With the way these games are, I got a 2 terabyte on my PS4. I'm deleting shit now.
Listen,
I wouldn't
I'm
be
still on a 500 gigabyte.
Yeah, I'm still on my 500 gigabytes.
Struggling like a motherfucker.
I mean, it'll definitely be a few terabytes. I wouldn't be surprised if they set their game up and started allowing you to have your own cloud accounts and actually start uploading stuff to the cloud and
You
streaming.
talking about like games? Well, like depending on the games to load, depending on the cloud to load your games off the
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could trust that, man.
I don't
Technology in the U.S. is not that serious
I
yet
don't think it's
when
gonna
it comes to internet based.
PlayStation Now works pretty fine.
You clearly you would have the options if you wanted to. But I think about it like this. I think you look at what Microsoft is trying to do with their whole Windows 10 thing. Like if you have one game, you can play it on PC. Like for example, like KI or Quantum Break. You can play it on Xbox and your saves move over to PC, except you have the disc. At some point, they're going to do that. It may not happen this generation, but I'm just saying at some point they're going to have it where they're streaming stuff straight from the cloud, or you're purchasing games and it's loading right up to the cloud, so that way no matter where you go, you can just play the game on any device. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were trying to push their original vision this summer.
I don't think they're gonna have a 2 terabyte anything console because we gotta remember like consoles, the space on console hard drives always seem to be behind the standard of what the space is on computers. If you buy a brand new computer right now, it's probably still by standard going to have at least 500 gigs of space, right? So
No. Laptops are more prone to 500. If you're buying a PC today, a desktop, I can guarantee you it's coming at least a terabyte and at least.
Are you sure? I haven't bought a desktop like a regular, all-in-one desktop in a long time.
Go anywhere. Go to HP. They're getting terabytes are like easiest thing that's inside of a desktop.
I bought my laptop last year. I got a terabyte.
Yeah, it's a terabyte is nothing. No, the thing now is.
But either way, consoles are always going to be behind,
or
though.
128 of SSD.
Mm-hmm. So the thing is, consoles are always going to be behind, though. So I don't think we're going to see like 2 terabyte consoles by default until we see 2 terabyte computers and laptops.
Well, no, but my thing is, I disagree because think about the size of these games, the amount of development that going in these games today. Look at these games. How many? What is it? GTA was like 44 gigs or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
All these games you keep loading to your system and you have to reinstall it. Nobody wants to sit there and have to wait for a game to reinstall. They want to have everything in there. That's why that's why I'm out of space on my PS4 and I got a 2 terabyte. I don't want to reinstall anything.
I think it really depends on the price, though. I mean, if the Xbox One is like a semi-sizable increase in ability, I think that if they want to if they keep the price, if they announce this shit for like $400 or less, like damn. I mean, well, less than $400.
I don't know, man. If it's an upgrade,
if it's gonna be upgraded and it's gonna be a little more powerful, no way.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? It could because they've dropped the hardware price of the Xbox One now. Yeah. So they can actually relaunch it at $399 or $400 or $500. They can.
The only way I see that dropping to 4 is if it doesn't have a disc tray.
Yeah.
Like you're removing parts out of it to make it cheaper.
And are they gonna have like pastel cards with this talk of 4K? Or what I'm saying, who are they going to be working with for video cards? If it's a slight upgrade of video cards,
I don't think it's going to be 4K gameplay. I think it's 4K streaming, and you have 4K upres.
No, I know what Sony's doing. I know what Sony's doing. It's mainly for the disc tray itself because the PlayStation 4 can do 4K gaming. It's just the HDMI port doesn't support HDR, which is 2.2A. The PlayStation 4 right now supports 2.0, which is 4K, but it doesn't support any of the other features.
I mean, Microsoft supports Microsoft Xbox One.
Yes, but you can't do HDR without 2.2A, and that's the limitations of the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 right now.
They just spoke about doing an upgrade for DX12 for Xbox One for HDR.
But does the actual HDMI port support it?
Yes, it does. It comes with the cable that comes in the Xbox supports 4K.
Yeah,
okay, but you're not understanding. There's a difference between HDR, which is 2.2, and 2.2A for HDR out.
I'm telling you, it's built in the box already.
Ain't none of these consoles doing
if they did that, that's smart. I mean, Sony is known for doing that. We've been doing it on our TVs for years. Trust me, I know that hands down for anybody up in here. But I'm saying is that's one of the reasons to change it is support the actual disc itself.
I mean, I don't know about 4K gaming, but definitely 4K streaming or 4K playback. But gaming, that's a whole nother ballgame.
No, I don't believe that's going to happen at all.
The hardware is not supporting that at all. It's not even close. So
Look, I can barely do 4K gaming now. My set is like 5.
I think these consoles, if they come out with these upgraded consoles, a smart thing to do is make sure everything is 1080p locked and it has the highest. Yeah, I'm sorry, excuse me, 1080 60. What I was talking about, 1080 60 locked, and that the textures are at least both consoles have the textures of ultra settings on PC.
No, that ain't happening. I don't even think it's gonna be like that next gen.
No,
games is still.
It has
to be better.
It's games that's struggling to run like 1080p 30 now, so no. Like games
next gen and this new possible system has to be able to do lock.
I would agree with that, but I don't see it happening.
I mean, if they have to cut back on textures to make sure that happens, but it has to be 1080 60 lock on everything.
I don't see it happening.
It's very possible.
It is possible, but it's I don't see it happening.
I think it will happen, honestly.
Because I thought this gen was gonna be 1080p 60 frames everything, and then
I did not think that in my head.
I thought it was gonna be like that.
I think this is the generation that Microsoft and Sony want back, just a bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that the consoles have lived up to the expectations that they wanted. The games this generation haven't lived up to the expectations of last generation. I mean, there's been good games without question, and there's been a few ones that have come really close to being classics. But and also at the same time, the generation was longer too. We also have to take that into account. That was 10 years, so it's a lot came out in between that time. It's only been 3, but they're already talking about upgraded hardware and new consoles already. So
that's just the way of technology. That's not necessarily like something that because the way technology was going back then, you was not going to see a PlayStation 3 with changeable hardware. It's just the way technology is now.
Of course. I mean, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just talking that I think in general right now that they're not ready to move on. But if they can make more profit off of better hardware and produce games, they could.
I mean,
to be honest with you, they could keep these names forever because the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. The main thing that changed, what's making it easy and all the games to be backwards compatible, is x86 architecture, and that's all they need to do is just keep beefing up the system if they really want to.
I mean, I think that's what will happen.
So they don't really need to change shit. They could keep the PlayStation 4 name for the next 10 years. All it is just a better version. Because think about it. What's to say, okay, this is PlayStation Slim, but it has this much power? There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing changed.
Gaming PC.
But I think that's what they plan to do. Like,
that makes perfect sense.
Their plan, yeah.
Well, all right. So we can finish up with all this Rockstar and 2K news. So first... Leslie Benzies was a former Rockstar 2K employee, and where is it? I just had it open. And apparently, for reasons unknown to him, they just cut off his access to Rockstar and the studio.
Wasn't he like one of the owners and shit?
Yeah, he said. However, they denied. He denied that he voluntarily exited the company. They said he did. He said instead he said that he was enticed by Rockstar to take a leave of absence. After he reportedly discovered numerous deceptions. They're speaking mad vaguely, and it was an attempt to isolate him. He claimed. So they deactivated his access to facilities. And then he was asked to leave the premise without any reason. So now he's suing them for $150 million worth of royalty payments that he deserved for the work that he did.
Oh man.
So yeah, that's that.
$150 million to Rockstar ain't shit. So.
Yeah, it's really not, and it's not crazy to think that they might owe him that much if he did do work that he was unpaid for. So because they pretty much like cut him off when he had a contract with them. So. We got to see how that turns out. Besides that, what's funny about like him suing them for like $150 million? The news also came out that with online microtransactions only, GTA 5 made $500 million.
Damn. Exactly. Like, and that game is always on the top seller. Like that game is still selling.
That's what I'm saying. You think they're gonna stop DLC anytime soon? Hell no, bro. They out there making bread off that.
And they give out the thing
I
about
saw people making a
that's
lot of
free
heat.
DLC.
Didn't they say that Gears was gonna have microtransactions?
Yeah, I seen like a link.
Cosmetic.
I don't see that as a problem.
It's cosmetic.
Nah, I do.
I'm tired of this whole talk of microtransactions.
It's not cosmetic though, so I don't see the problem with that.
Yeah.
If it's not going to break the game and like make one person more powerful.
Yeah,
than the
if it
other,
ain't pay to win, I don't give a fuck.
I don't know. I don't like microtransactions like that, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not looking for something to like change the game, but sending $5 for a shirt, chill.
I mean, if a nigga want to walk around in a goddamn Hawaii flower vest, let him do it.
I mean, if we really want to get into it, people that play MOBA games pay way more than that just for colored shirts, right?
Yeah.
Talk about $200-$300 US.
I see something about some doing like League of Legends. I forget what game it was. It might have been League of Legends, but there was like this exclusive character. He dropped like a lot of money just to get him. He didn't even get the character.
See, but GTA 5, all the content that they add, that DLC is always free. The shit they talking about is like the shark cards and people just want to be jiggy on the goddamn online server. That's all.
$500 million in microtransactions. They good. Like they could pay that guy. Like, you know what? Just give it to him.
Here's an extra $50 million for your time.
They could pay that dude and then pay him some more money to wear a fucking coconut bra in the office and fucking cap. They got him like it's a wrap.
Yeah. And lastly, the alleged Red Dead Redemption 2 map leak. So let me get.
Yeah, that's crazy. Did you hear the thing about the Mafia 3 with that? That's crazy.
Nah, what?
Apparently, a part on the map, because for some reason this new Red Dead game's supposed to be a prequel for some reason, because there ain't no railroads, they were saying. But part of the map is like where New Orleans ended up forming, and Mafia 3 is in New Orleans, and fucking Take-Two and Rockstar has the same parent company, so people are saying that these games are actually tied together, which I don't know how the fuck that would work, but that's another rumor.
It's probably
That's crazy.
Son of John Marston.
It's something crazy.
So
they put John Marston in GTA 5. Like you could make him your parent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could. I remember that. Yeah.
So yeah, this is the alleged map leak. I mean, it really doesn't tell you much other than the bigger deal was that we're closer to maybe a Red Dead Redemption 2 official confirmation.
I mean, there's a whole lot of water. You couldn't really you couldn't swim in Red Dead, so
I'm like so tired of open world games. I never thought I would like feel that way, but we've had
said that before.
I'm tired of them too. But Red Dead, I can get on
Red Dead. No, Red Dead I could deal with. But
you consider that an involvement in gaming itself, though?
Open world?
Yes.
I mean,
the fact that there's more video graphical memory in the system that now can handle open world content.
No, I don't think open world makes anything innovative. Don't get me wrong. Having more space and more people on screen, sure, that's great technically.
It's not inherently better.
Right, but it's not inherently better. It's not innovative where it's like it's changing something dramatic. You're just making more stuff for us to do and giving us more gameplay hours and things, more stuff for us to explore, and that's great. But I just think that for me, it's been an oversaturation of open world games.
Yeah, I don't really care for. I really don't care.
Did you like Witcher 3?
I don't like Witcher at all.
I'm not gonna like
your opinion doesn't count.
Sorry, man. Yeah, your opinion doesn't count.
I don't count. My
they put you in that BG category.
You lucky Bond ain't in here. Bond probably find you right now.
About opinions when all you talk about is Fallout 4. The only game you talk about is Fallout 4 like it's your life, yo.
I don't really care for like open world games. I'm not going to care for open world games until I can go in every building that I see on screen.
That's what I'm saying. But isn't that a start of involvement on gaming itself?
That would be an involvement.
But isn't open world gaming the basis or the starting point of that?
I think if you look at it like this, if you could use those resources to expand the game, then why not allow us, instead of expanding it, to go into every building and explore every building?
There's not enough visual PC video memory in order to do that.
I don't know.
I think the problem with like the saturation of open world games is like a lot of them were just open world and had a lot of just empty space. Like it's not like it was being used.
Oh, like
y'all don't hit it
Just
straight for me. Fuck all these open world games. Just EA, give me another Skate.
I prefer games with hub worlds instead of open worlds, like, cause it's like
You don't count, bro. I'm sorry.
I do. I'm sorry, I do. Because hub world games tend to have like varying environments as where an open world game it does, but it should still be like kind of the same.
Only games I like that are open world is Elder Scrolls, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead, and that's probably mainly it. I can't think of anything else. Oh, and I would love an open world Mass Effect though. That might be the only game I'd be like if you go to a planet and you can explore, a good chunk of the planet, that would be dope. But other than that,
No
I
Man's
can't
Sky,
really
bro.
think of one.
Oh man,
I'm not talking about No Man's Sky because I don't even know what it is. Honestly.
No Man's
Oh, didn't they
Mission.
just reveal some gameplay today? Some new gameplay?
I mean, all that game. You listen. Like I've said, it's bad when every video they release has to be them explaining what you do in the game. Every time,
was boring as fuck, bro.
what's the dude's name? I think it might
Sean
be
Murray.
Yeah, Sean Murray or whatever. Every time they interview this guy, every single one, they're like, "Can you explain to us what you do in this game?" It's like this is what I was telling people. Nobody fucking knows, and people try to come at me. Well, you should pay attention. I'm like, listen. If the mainstream media has to keep on asking the fucking director of the game the same thing, it can't be only me.
No, this is what it is though, right? I know what you do in the game. The thing is, it's just boring shit. Like the game is gonna be extremely fucking boring. I'm sorry.
I don't know, if you give me a
travel-
VR headset and let me play around in it, that'd be
You have to
pretty
travel
cool.
like 30 fucking
Careful, man, you
planets
might go
to
in a
see
coma.
somebody. Like, no, bro, I can't.
Like he just sat down with from IGN.
Ryan McCaffrey.
Yeah, Ryan McCaffrey. Same thing, trying to explain what you do in the game. Like, bruh. I don't want to talk about that game.
Yeah, I'm good.
It might end up good for, people that like roaming around and just exploring shit. I'm sure they're going to love it.
I just think that sometimes linear games get a bad rap. I know we had a lot of it last gen, and now we got all this, the hardware allows you to do more open world games, but I just feel like that's what everybody's been doing.
Those linear games.
I do understand what you're
games.
saying, but the thing is, like, I feel that the developers or the writers themselves, they feel that because the game is open world, they don't really have to tell a great story. And the linear games is basically focused more on the story because there's not much you can do, so you gotta sell me an amazing storyline.
That sounds lazy. Oh, you saying
That sounds lazy, but that's what it seems like what they're doing.
Well, that's
crazy.
because open world games are littered with side missions that are the same thing with different characters. That's why it has that silly writing. Like,
linear games always had purpose. That's one thing you feel like you always felt like you knew why.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But some people feel like they're not playing the game because it's telling me to go down the hallway. They're like, but you're still playing the fucking game, man. Just enjoy the story.
I don't think there's anything wrong with linear games if you give some exploration. what game did I play? I think it was like Final Fantasy X. It wasn't like an open world game back in the day, but you would walk down a map and the map would open up as you explore it, and then there'd be little crevices here and there that you can go and discover treasure chests and things like that. I love those things. I hate when you just have a map straight up and you see the entire map, but then you can't go into this door because this door is closed. But eventually you'll be able to.
Red Dead, I definitely, Red Dead was my game of the generation. Red Dead Redemption, by the way. So yeah, I think they did the open world thing well because it's not like everywhere you went was full of something. Like it was not like there was content everywhere, but I felt like everywhere I went in the game was like designed how the West would be. Like I remember like this one time I just spent like a long ass time just riding off into the distance, like just riding to somewhere on the fucking map, not paying attention. And I came to these different structures. There was like a bridge, and it had nothing to do with the actual missions of the game, not even the side missions, but it was structures that were there and it existed in the world. There was a bridge, there was like a mountain, there was like this overpass and shit. Like it was a well-constructed game that even though it wasn't there to serve a purpose, it felt like a real part of the world.
See, the thing with that game is the fact that it had wild animals and shit that can attack you out of nowhere. It always kept you,
Yeah.
You ain't ever feel like you was ever alone. Cause I was riding in the forest with a goddamn, the horse and a bird just smacked me off the motherfucker. Like, where did this bird come from? So you always felt that it was something with you at all times.
And I think this the thing with but with open world games is that it requires you to actually feel like you're actually doing something worthwhile. Like Just Cause 3, the problem was it was just an oversaturation, just a littering of just junk of stuff to do, and it was just like I'm not either not upgrading from this or it's not fun. It's not enjoyable.
Isn't that where the developer basically said? I remember on an interview on IGN, they basically said that they just didn't care for the story anymore.
No.
They found what they wanted to do.
No, Just Cause 3, well, according to Jim Sterling, that game wasn't originally going to have a campaign. It was just going to be straight online.
Multiplayer.
Yeah, it was just going to be straight online, and then they added the campaign last minute, so that's why it's just full of dumb shit.
Yeah, it's really stupid. That game was a waste of an effort.
Yeah, I think that overall, though, you can have great open world games. They could tell great stories. They could do great stuff, and it's amazing when they put the time and the effort into the design and how the game is structured. Like the thing about Mad Max, and oddly enough, Avalanche. I mean, out of the two games they released in 2015, I thought Mad Max was actually the better one.
Yeah, it was.
And it was a lot. Everything you did had a purpose. You're either gaining scrap to go work on the next upgrade, or you're looking for a specific part for your car, and it worked. It helped out in the long run. If I felt like I was doing something worthwhile. But then you have other games like Just Cause 3, like I mentioned earlier, or even if we're talking about the open world aspect of The Division, where there's just a bunch of shit laying around, like it's just not worth it. There's no point, and you just get fatigued from that.
All right. So, I think that's the last thing we had to touch on.
Oh, wait a minute, one more thing. Did you touch on a PSN maintenance next week? No, for real. But that apparently it's gonna be
Jack. Jack only wants to say this because he don't want to hear nobody saying PSN is down.
No, it get on my nerves, bro. Cause like the homie Blandrew was saying that they make up these outlandish ass stories about how they finna go do a fucking 20-year prison bid and it was the only day they could play online. Like, get off y'all dumb shit. So apparently PSN is gonna be down. I don't know when, but maintenance next week. So if you see it down, don't complain. Just know that they already told y'all about the shit.
What is it? You gonna talk about the PSN being down? I'm sorry, that shit was...
Next week we'll be talking about PSN being down, definitely.
Yeah, you know how they gonna complain about this shit being down, even though I already told them, right?
Well, why is down for maintenance so much?
When you take the lead, you don't have to try to win. So you a bunch of fuck niggas.
It's always down for maintenance. Why? Yo, all right. All right, we can get out of here, and Tick, you can when we get up to you can announce that whole thing, tell people all the details about it.
Gotcha.
So outros, Alex.
Oh, what's up, guys? It's a good podcast. BG, can't wait to have you on mine once you get rolling. You check that out at JunkieMonkeys.com. It's called The Peel. I also have a comic on there too called Time Skippers. Chapter 2 is coming out real soon, but it's fun being here.
All right, Anchorman.
All right, it's Anchorman here. I have a big announcement. I'm going to be announcing on my Twitter at AnchormanV2. You guys go check that out. It's going to be a really interesting announcement. I know a couple of guys here already know about it, but you'll find out about it on Twitter. And also stay tuned for more announcements later down the line this week.
Dark Cloud.
Y'all know it's DC1903 Gaming Tech. As always, jump over, check out my videos. I mainly do unboxings right now because I ain't got time, man. That Bloodborne is taking up my life, bro, and I don't feel like hitting that record button.
Yo, did we forget to do intros?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, okay. We did.
Because I was like, I got up to Jack, and I was like, I don't remember hearing a pony earlier. That's the only way I remember something. Yeah, we forgot to do intros. Well, I think it's because I was waiting for some people to come in, and I just skipped over it. Well, Jack?
I ain't got no announcements on no podcast, and I just thank y'all for rocking with me, man. I will say that it's a miracle that I sat through this because I did eat 4 tacos from Taco Bell right before the podcast, so that's going to have some complications with that, but thank y'all for rocking.
Smooth?
Yeah, I'm sorry about the lateness, but gotta do what I gotta do. Good to be back. And I'll see you guys next week. I don't know if I have an announcement, but I'm going to sit there and wait to see what everybody else say. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you keep it locked and keep following the channel. And talk to you guys soon.
All right, and Tick.
All right, guys. I know this is going to be annoying, But
This is big shit, all right? Respect it, man. This is big moves.
So you know, I made some moves the past couple of weeks and things like that. You see, I changed my logo and things like that, grabbing my identity, making brands. We have I made a proposal to the Hard Knock Gamers, and now they are all the Inner Circle. Kid Smooth is a part of the Inner Circle. King Dre is a part of the Inner Circle. Fame Entertainment is a part of the Inner Circle. TICGN is now multi-platform as well. We'll have a whole bunch of things happening this week to announce all types of new facets of the Inner Circle brand that's going to be growing and making moves. We'll be at E3 as well, so hopefully you guys can check out the website right now at TICGN.com. Sign up. We're trying to make a great place for all gamers, so I really appreciate that.
Damn, dog, made me feel bad, bro.
I mean, this
Pro Life
Gamers
was gonna be a thing until I started getting my life together.
Is this like a Illuminati situation? What's going on? I'm nervous.
So you remember Kid Smooth was a part of Hard Knock Gamers. Now Hard Knock Gamers is, pretty much, part of TIC. They're, TIC bought these motherfuckers out.
Would you sacrifice a
Not
goat to
bought
get
them
in?
out.
Like, I want to be in the Inner Circle, bro. What's going on?
Well,
I feel left out. Hold on.
so Hard Knock is a part of, TIC. Check out the website because the website is well designed. TICGN.com. Don't be a hater.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a brand. First of all, I'm trying to build a brand where, it's not a lot of brothers in the industry, in the media market. Number one. Number two, and it's not a race thing at all. But I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it honest. Number two, I looked at what I was doing, and I wanted to bring in a team that also had the same ambition and vision to grow something and keep pursuing that dream and stuff like that. So, we got a good following. We're doing our thing in the iTunes space, and they got potential to also bring to that table. So I don't want to give away too much because we got some announcements coming the rest of the week. So just keep it locked, man. Check out TICGN. Sign up. We're gonna have all type of news on there for everybody, and we're gonna try to make it the best place to get your reviews and get your information in comparison to some of the other places that might be biased towards both PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo.
A question.
What?
Now that I'm a part of the Inner Circle, can I still keep my damn slogan?
What's your slogan?
Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot.
Nah, you gotta change that shit.
Oh no, really? Is that seriously?
No, you gotta change that.
I gotta change that.
To be fair, Kid Smooth, nobody was believing this shit anyway. We're gonna switch it up, bro.
Nah, so I'm just playing. You can keep your logo. I ain't got no say over what you do with your show. It's your show. Do your thing. I'm just saying that, we got some stuff. I don't want to give it away. We got some stuff lined up, so it'll be fun. What I'm doing with TIC, with Xbox, I plan to do with some other stuff as well with other platforms.
See, somebody in the comment section went and checked out the website, and he said it looks dope. I've checked out the website. Like, I hope to build a website that look like that one day. So y'all can stop hating in the comment section and actually check out the website. Check it out. You probably gonna like, oh shit, this shit look well designed. If you take off the hater shades for a second. So
I will. Damn, bro. Congrats, man.
Stop hating, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the support.
Nah, because real shit, man. Because I kind of wanted to do something like that with Pro Life Gamers when I first started YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But, all these kids, and I finally got my career path down. I just can't, man. I just love my job too much to give it up.
I mean, we got a lot of things happening. We're going to be doing this thing where we do tournaments twice a month on both Xbox and PlayStation, and then on the third month we hold this tournament where we give away rewards to the champion. They become the Hard Knock Elite. Hard Knock kind of represents the community aspect of the Inner Circle.
Shit, hey, but you do not work for Sony, right? And I get free TVs, 65, 4Ks, and all that. I might even. I mean, it depends on you, man.
Cloud. Yo, Cloud. Yo. Cloud. Speaking of that, yo, what's good? Like, Sony brought me, and like.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Like, my birthday's in like 2 weeks, though. Like, I mean, you're not like, come on,
like ass no TV, man.
I mean, if your kids ain't gonna drop it, man, you ain't gonna kill them. I'll think about it.
I'm just saying, this apartment is empty, ain't got no TV. All I got is this fucking monitor. So you can UPS something over here. You know what I mean? Especially if I'll pay for shipping. Like, I mean, I'll do that.
Oh,
I mean,
man, this
shit,
is
I'll
crazy.
drive back to Connecticut to go pick
Yo,
it up.
people are doing their outros, bro. We can talk.
Now
off-
we done. Everybody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we can get out of here now. Kids Move can shuck and jive for Massive for a
Yeah.
TV off stream. Oh, Mass, I love that TV. You know,
Wait, hold on. Wasn't you a Samsung dude?
plays the violin for some TV.
No, every time I was a Samsung dude because every time I went to go get a TV, the Samsungs were on sale. Sony's the Sony ones were like kind of like cha-ching for like really, you got to be that much.
Hey man, you gotta pay for that quality, man.
Did you just say the word cha-ching in a sentence?
I did, I did. There's some
Hey,
words I
man.
really want to bring back, some terms I want to bring back,
I see that.
like bubble vests.
Well, we out of here, y'all. Peace.
All right, peace, yeah.
Yeah.